slight delay because I did hit it.
Okay. So where do we want to go? How do we want to do it?
We could start with our names. I'm Jordo.
I'm
Got him.
Gino.
That's Deshaun.
Yeah.
That's Gino.
Yeah.
Now we should do a game and see if people were to guess in the comments.
Oh, what the heck?
Which one's Gino? Which one's Deshaun? And which one's Jordell? Yeah, I don't know how you guys want to. I want it to be organic. I don't want it to be lame.
You were saying because we were talking between you just cut in where you feel like it's a natural cut,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
we have like an official start, like hello, welcome back, everyone.
Well, honestly, sometimes like podcasts will like do the intro after.
Yeah, they'll go for a
Like,
little bit.
yeah, they'll go for a little bit, and then
I
like
feel like if we could get it
cut the intro,
dope.
or they do film the intro at the back and put it in the front, and then just start in the middle of the conversation or whatever.
Oh, interesting. Okay, almost like a preview, like a trailer preview.
Yeah, yeah.
Because audiences don't have the ability to wait 2 minutes to see the trailer. They
Yeah,
have to see
exactly.
the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, you got to see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Can't commit to something new.
Yeah.
You really gonna have your dogs out just every podcast?
Yeah.
All
Those
right.
are big dogs.
Big dogs. Actually, you can't see them from here, so it's fine.
Really put your foot into it.
Now, Gino had his socks off. You could definitely see. But
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, even if you couldn't see, you'd
Yeah.
need to turn your ISO down.
Be a
Shouldn't
glaring effect.
ISO 100.
You would
Yeah.
need to have the box light.
Just going to hot takes.
Going to hot takes?
Going to
Or
hot
do we
takes.
All right.
Who's going first?
I
Me.
still need to think of a second one. So
Okay, I have one.
Then I have two,
but, okay,
but like
I have two.
one is a 1A, 1B. You
My-
go first, and we'll go this way.
Okay, so I mean, I told you guys this already, but my hot
first one,
take
you know.
is that I think movies that flop should be considered for remakes and not movies that have been successful. Because I feel like when something has success and you take away and like reboot it or remake it, or when you do that, it takes away from like the actual quality of the original. Like The Last Airbender TV show, not great.
I don't hate that.
Wait, which TV show? Because both are TV shows.
Well, the live action, but like there are
Yeah,
movies.
but the live action was a remake of the animated show.
That's
No,
what I
it was a
mean. Like the
remake
live
of
action.
movie.
Yeah, but then the
actually.
live action movie flopped. So then the remake of the live action TV show is of the live
which
action
one?
movie.
So,
Oh,
okay,
dang,
The movie flopped,
dang.
so if they're remaking it from the standpoint of the
Yeah.
movie,
Dang, you
still
got me.
following your
I don't know, because I feel like there are movies that have like good concepts that aren't executed well. That like if the right people got involved with it, it would be better.
I like that.
And I'm trying to think of a movie.
I don't think it's
as
that bad
as
of
I'm
an
talking
idea.
about it, I'm trying to think of a movie that would be a good example, but I can't. But yeah,
Mermaid.
I'm trying to think.
What did you say?
The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. I'm not with the Disney live.
Oh, you're saying
actions.
it shouldn't have been remade.
No, there's probably a bad example.
I don't think it should have been remade.
I don't
'cause
think
it
any
was
of the
it's a
Disney
Well,
great.
yeah,
movies.
the classics. Yeah.
I don't
So
think
guess, like, is it?
He's
You're saying
saying
if it flops.
If
but
it
what
flops.
if it flops financially, but it becomes a cult classic, or it?
Oh,
or
I guess
it
that's fair.
booms financially,
Yeah.
but like.
I mean, like
you could say it's
Aquaman
shit.
made a lot of money,
Like,
but it wasn't a
Captain
good
Marvel is
movie.
shit.
Aquaman was good.
Yeah, Aquaman sucked.
The first one?
It's garbage.
I did not like it.
Objective
No.
garbage.
I thought it was
The
bad.
first one
There
I
was
thought it
good.
was
scientific
terrible.
studies,
I thought it was,
and the consensus across all.
No,
but
the
it made
first
a,
one.
but
you
it
can-
made $1
you-
billion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
you
would-
can
I
hate
would
the second
totally
one. The
say-
first one was good.
No, it wasn't.
I hate both of them. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was terrible.
I didn't watch the second.
Second one had a better suit.
Second one did have a better suit.
The
I will
gold.
say that.
It was really
Cool.
cool.
Water suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But or like Thunderbolts didn't make a lot of money, but it was everybody
It was a good
liked
movie.
it. So like, what do you? what do you claiming?
Like I
as a
say,
flop?
like Harry Potter, right? Like they're remaking a Harry Potter TV show, but in my opinion, we don't need that because the original
Like,
franchise
penetrated
Yeah.
was so good.
the consciousness
Yeah.
of society, like it would.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
It's-
Like forever.
It's pop culture.
Yeah, forever there was this thing of like a Back to the Future reboot, and the guy who wrote Back to the Future was like, no,
Yeah, you don't
not
need
at
that.
all.
So what is the ad? What is the?
So
inverse?
I do think do think there is a gauge of it. I'm trying to like.
What are your qualifications of a flop, though?
I do think that it's there is a goalpost that gets moved when it comes to flops because there is the financial aspect of it and then also audience reception. And there are bad movies that get good reception. But I also just think it is a moving scale realistically. But at the same time, I just think there's just certain things that that should be left alone. Like,
Yeah.
A for sure safe thing would be like if it's a box office success and everyone loves it.
Yeah.
It's safe.
I feel like I could counter this because like
go ahead.
This is a movie that
I'm
flopped.
not just trying to be devil's
later.
advocate here, but like as movies come out, they seem to be coming out and becoming more and more slop.
Exactly, but that's my point.
But I think that as we like get worse and worse stories, the audiences like seem to be noticing, like it's like their taste in quality is going down as well. Like I have a friend who said Superman was an 8. Like,
I think he said
I don't think that you would
6.5.
say
that
Superman was an 8 if you were born in 1980.
Yeah,
like,
that's
because
fair.
like you weren't
That's
like
fair. But
a 10 nowadays. Like there's a reason. Like the reason I don't say
The bar is lower.
the bar's lower.
Project Hail Mary. I don't consider it a masterpiece, but it's a breath of fresh air in 2025.
Yeah. I don't consider it a masterpiece either. I just thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it stands out as exceptionally good
Yeah.
because the content around
But
us
if
is
it
so
was-
good.
fair.
But
but
I
if
feel
it
like
was
the
released-
audiences are changing because now
Yeah.
there's plenty of people are watching movies that most people maybe a couple decades ago would be like it's mid.
Yeah.
Like in the time of Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
if you released Captain Marvel, people would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This
Well,
sucks.
I mean, but
even,
you gotta
even
think
when
about-
Captain Marvel was released,
But
everybody
people
was like,
Yeah.
like they're coping with it. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's pretty
But
good.
I also think it's like the equity that Marvel built up with everything that came before Captain
Yeah.
Marvel.
Give some
So
generous-
yeah, because like if the Hobbit movies came out before the Lord of the Rings movies, I don't think people would have looked forward to the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings as much as they did since they came after. So
Yeah, I just wonder
Yeah.
if like because I think that society's standards and expectations of stories is actually starting to decline.
Yeah.
What they consider to be a high-scoring movie
true.
is weird. Like Mandalorian, the audience scores like 80-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. That makes no
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah.
Like
Well, the first season's like
no,
really
the
good.
movie.
Oh, the movie. Oh, I
like,
see.
I don't understand.
audience
like,
score is
the critics
really
seem
high.
to get it like. I mean, I feel like it's kind of generous to say it's like in the 50%, I think.
Yeah.
40 or 50. And the audience is in upper 80s, close to 90.
Well,
I'm like,
I think
why
you
would
also-
the
I think it's
majority of
also
people
just
think that this is
because a
close
lot of
to-
people don't necessarily look
at the things that critics look
at the things that critics look at, but I also think with The Mandalorian specifically that a lot of people who liked it kind of just looked at it as a series finale and not necessarily a movie, if that makes sense. Like I liked it because it was like the end of The Mandalorian and not necessarily like a standalone movie. Like as a standalone movie, I don't think it was that good, but as a series finale for the TV show, I think it was fine.
Yeah.
But I also don't think people think like that, and I think they just like, oh, this is fine.
Right. It's just like when you look at that score, it's only like 6 away from A New Hope, and I'm like, that makes no sense.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean?
Yeah, no,
And so
I get
I
what
just
you're
wonder,
saying.
like, if we continue to get slop
think A New
movies,
Hope's
then the
overrated.
culture might change.
You
to
think A New
that
Hope's
slop
overrated?
Is good,
You know.
and if they think that slop is nutritious, then like they will think, oh wow, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that goes with like time.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
were given slop. So like eventually you get used
but
to it.
I do
and
also,
the bar gets lowered
Yeah.
to a good
Right.
movie because of our average is lower now.
but I do also think with time you can gauge success though too. Like Aquaman, again, I hate bringing up Aquaman because I didn't like it, but at the time because of how much it made and the momentum it had, it did feel like a success. Honestly, I feel like this way with No Way Home too. Like every time I watch No Way Home, it gets worse. I'm not gonna lie. And so at the time,
No way.
at the
No way.
no way,
boy.
at the time, No Way Home
ridiculous.
seemed like a success, but
it was a success. It is a success. You
I don't know,
are
like-
crazy. to
Well, I
think
mean,
it
so you could.
wasn't.
So I guess to kind of bring it back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like, if it would, if it was a financial success and well received,
Yeah.
it would technically fit within like, hey,
Exactly.
don't remake that.
yeah,
But, like,
exactly.
Yeah, you wouldn't remake
you would-
No Way
you would
Home.
want-
Yeah, it's a bad example
but
of a
you
movie
could
you
remake. I feel like
you
2-3
technically
decades
could-
from now,
yeah.
I would be like, yeah, try to remake that.
technically you could remake No Way Home. You would just need more
So
time.
it meets the criteria of success.
Yeah.
But for some reason, you think that maybe that one's safe to remake. So like, how
Yeah.
is there like a
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, nope, this is.
I wouldn't
this
say
is the
that
type
I
of
would
movie you
agree
shouldn't
that
touch.
No Way Home needs a remake because of that.
Ever.
But if there
needs,
was a No Way Home remake, like 20 years from now, I feel like I would be at a point where I was like, okay, I'd go check it out. But if they made it, if they redid No Way Home 10 years from now, like
This guy's saying no way.
No way.
I don't.
That makes zero
don't
sense.
think-
It
I
made
don't
$1 billion, and everybody liked it.
Everyone did not like it.
Public perception liked the movie. In 20 years, if they remade a No Way Home, like a remake, like how they're doing all these remakes, I would be so against it because it wouldn't make sense. They'd have to build up that story to do it again.
But they're gonna.
And then that would feed into your point of why you hate Marvel is because they keep refeeding into stuff, or Disney as in
But
general.
you could say that. But you could technically say that about No Way Home and the Spider-Verse movies though too.
Yeah, that's a part of his problem. So then if you remade a movie that's already feeding off the old stuff and you remade it off an old thing, that'd be doing the thing double.
I guess.
I guess that's fair. No Way Home
What
might
if it
not be the
was-
best example for that.
What
but
if? Yeah, I think.
Like if everybody
be
loved
fair to say
Deadpool and
something-
Wolverine, you wouldn't go, if they remade that, that would make no sense because it's feeding off of old characters. So then a remake of old characters would make zero sense.
have you guys ever seen Jupiter Ascending?
Yes, with
I think a couple people saw that.
with Channing Tatum.
That is a movie I think with the right audience or with the right filmmakers involved, I think the concept of it could have been a good movie.
You're saying that's a flop that you would remake.
That's
That's
flop.
what I've been asking for. Is like what's
Okay.
what's an example?
Now
of
that
a movie
we've
you would
talked,
remake?
I do have some. Like Jupiter Ascending, I like the concept of the movie, but the movie is absolutely terrible. And so I do think with the right people involved that it could have been a better movie. So if that got remade with, I don't know, like I can't even think, like maybe like Denis Villeneuve, if he like committed to Jupiter Ascending, after watching Dune, like you would be interested in that. Another movie, Beyond the Lights. I don't know if you guys ever seen this either.
Never heard of that.
It's about
bad.
pretty much like a pop star who's like hooked up on drugs and she falls in love.
I do know what you're talking about. Is it more recent?
Yeah, it came out
Yeah.
when we were in high school.
Never mind. Wrong movie.
Oh,
Never.
okay. Well,
Never mind.
it's kind of like a new age version of The Bodyguard slightly. It's about a pop star who does fall in love with a bodyguard, but it's not as it's a different story from The Bodyguard, but it's very similar. So I think if it was remade, it honestly wasn't terrible, but I think it was like a Netflix movie though. That's probably why no one knows about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was on Twitter in high school and like people on Twitter loved it. So but it's another movie like if I don't know the lady's name, but if like Zendaya started in it, I think with a good director it would have been like people would like it. And they wouldn't probably even know about Beyond the Lights, but yeah.
I don't disagree with your hot take at all. I don't even think it's that hot. I think it's actually good.
Because my thing is like when things get remade, especially like when they've been successful, it kind of just feels like it's studios Hollywood committing to just trying to make money.
But that's the point of it, though. That's the point of a remake is because they need money, or because they know that it's a cash grab. Like the reason they made another Cinderella is because they knew Cinderella would sell.
But I also think sometimes things deserve to get remade because of generations though too. Like
Sure.
people like when you think about Spider-Man, like people who are 10 years older than us are like big into Toby and then Andrew, and then kids younger than us they're Spider-Man's Tom Holland, right? Yeah. So I do think there is that aspect of generations deserve their shot at
So then what
certain
about
things.
But
at the same time some things just don't.
But then that is an argument for
There is a gauge. There is a gauge.
The Disney remakes is because
Yeah.
now they're for the
But-
kids now.
But
So,
does live action
Like Lilo and Stitch now is for kids now.
but why does it have to be
No,
live action
it's
though?
not.
Because you
I don't
could,
know. I'm
because-
just saying
because-
that is an argument. Is you're remaking it to push it out into theaters for kids now.
Yeah, but you could also do another animated Lilo and Stitch movie too.
Like
Yeah,
the
why not
fourth one?
extend the story
Exactly.
as opposed
Yeah.
to parasitize the story?
Because you guys hate Toy Story 4.
Well, Toy Story story is objective garbage. It's not the fact that it's a sequel.
I've actually
Right, but then
I've
you
never
would-
seen Toy Story 4, so I don't care.
He hates Toy Story. But But then that's also a negative thing, because then if you try to add on to something that's already finished and done, like
But-
Toy Story 3 should have been done.
But my question is,
But now
why
you're trying to
not?
make
Why
more.
not expand the Toy Story universe?
Yeah,
and
you
make something
introduce
within
a new
it.
Story,
Yeah.
introduce new
I agree.
toys.
I'm just playing other's advocate.
Yeah.
Like, an argument I would have to making a remake would be, well, that was for them.
Yeah.
That was for early
No, I
2000s
agree
kids.
with that, but I don't necessarily believe that. Oh, because there's Lilo and Stitch that the 2000s kids saw, the 2020s kids get a live action.
Yeah.
Like-
I don't agree with it either. I would rather you make something original
Yeah.
and take a shot.
Yeah,
but
for
that's
sure.
not really something.
But
that's
I
done.
think Hollywood is at a point where it's become so obsessed with the dollar that they would rather commit to a remake than take a chance. Like some of my favorite movies are like chance movies. Like I'm a big fan of like District 9. I like The Creator is another like take a chance movie. But like the average person probably doesn't even care about like District 9 or The Creator, but like those are two sci-fi movies that I really like, and they're both, in my opinion, chance movies.
I mean, to me, 3 of my favorite movies last year and this year, Project Hail Mary, Sinners, and F1, all are original.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider F1 like a chance movie though.
It's not.
Yeah.
But it's a new take. It's kind of like Cars, if you really think about
Yeah.
it. But those Sinners and Project Hail Mary are newer types of movies.
Technically, you could argue that Project Hail Mary is also not a chance movie because it was a book first, but
Yeah, but that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
you can
It
even
wasn't
base
a
it
Hail
off of...
Mary.
You can find a book now and base a movie off of it. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of taking a chance, because
you think
people
so?
who
It's a
read...
new
Yeah,
medium.
because people who
I'd say
read the
so.
books
You have
want
to
the movie...
interpret the book to bring it to me.
Yeah.
But I also
like,
think
people hate, like, the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
People think the worst Harry Potter movie is the best Harry Potter book because they don't adapt it
that's
the
fair.
same. And they
I
take
also
stuff
think,
out.
but I also think it does come with a built-in audience though, if it is a book first.
For sure. And that's
Yeah.
why I think it's a more safe chance. But I would like that rather than a remake or taking something and using the skeleton of it.
True. What's your hot take?
Oh, we're on to me?
Yeah.
We're done?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, okay.
I feel like we were talking about that for a while.
Okay.
Unless you have more.
I mean, I feel like
Unless you
we've
have more.
I feel like we've got room, but
Okay. No.
I think you
if-
can continue going.
Okay. Yeah, we can continue with this.
Yeah. I think we just keep flowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, that's a hot take. No, I mean,
What do you think about what I said, though? Like, do you think a book adaptation is better than remakes, or where do you rank that? Because I think if you take a book that's never had a movie or never had any type of media besides the
You
book,
know what a good argument against this is all the Colleen Hoover stuff.
What's that stuff?
Because all those movies were bad.
I'm not saying it's gonna be a hit.
Reminders of him. It ends with us.
Sure, but I think that's more of a chance than taking Lilo and Stitch and remaking it, or taking a movie and remaking
Oh no,
it.
I agree with that. I'm just saying like that's
And
an
I think
example.
I would rather that, because you're at
Yeah.
least trying to take a book and adapt it
Yeah.
into a movie rather than
Take
taking
a
something
movie-
that's already been a
yeah.
movie and successful and using it, or taking the skeleton of something and trying to use it as much as possible.
I think it's
Like a cool
There's
way
a s-
of what you're talking. Sorry, a cool way of what you're talking about is like Creed. Like, it takes
Yeah.
the
Rocky.
spirit of
That's
But
what I mean. Yeah,
it
that's
takes it
exactly.
into a
That's a
whole
great.
new-
That's a great example.
Yes,
Yes,
that is a
that's a
very
very good
It's
takes it
example.
into a
telling a
whole
new
new-
story. Like,
Yeah.
If you need to bring the story that was lost in time to the current day,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
then you need to bring the spirit with it,
Yeah.
right? And then probably with some change so that it can translate to today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's probably problems that existed back then that don't exist
Don't
anymore.
correlate
Yeah.
Or there's
You
new
got me
problems.
excited because Creed is such a good
Creed is a
example.
good
Creed is fire.
Yeah. But there's new problems that need to be addressed, and so there's probably a reason that the real artist is trying to bring it back. Where it's just like, man, kids nowadays need to see this story. They need
Yeah.
to know this
Yeah,
story. It's
absolutely.
like Grandpa told me this story around the campfire. I'm gonna tell this story because it's useful, and you're gonna have your own spin on it. But you can't. It's like, I feel like what's going on now is, you're like, hey guys, remember Grandpa used to make chili? And you're like, yeah, like I'm making Grandpa's chili for dinner. And everyone's like, bro, Grandpa's chili was the best. I'm coming.
Yeah.
And then they come. Grandpa used beef, tomatoes, and some McCormick generic chili seasoning.
Yeah.
And then maybe homegrown something. And you come in with chicken, white sauce, and salt and pepper, no McCormick sauce, and you're like, hey, it's Grandpa's chili. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah. It just has the name of it without
I drove here from Oregon because you said you were bringing Grandpa's chili back. Like, I'd be fine if you had a little extra spice or something, calling it yours. But, like, that's not Grandpa's chili.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing, where we're just like, hey, guys, it's Lilo and Stitch. But it's just like the spirit of Lilo and Stitch is not the spirit of the remake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a complete bastardization. It's using the skin of it.
Yeah.
And then it's a guaranteed cash grab, but I don't think the problem is the chasing of the money. I think it's the fact that it's a complete disrespect of the creator. It's using someone else's work and then
He's cooking.
making something new that's
I did like
worse.
the live action Lilo and Stitch.
You said you did?
Yeah.
I mean,
because I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch in so long, I went in like basically a brand new movie because I know the premise of Lilo and Stitch with the alien, but I went into it, so I didn't notice the differences because it's been so long since I saw the other one.
Yeah.
That's
So,
fair.
That's kind of like all the other ones I haven't seen though. I did watch Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I don't really think I cared.
It was a darker take on the original, but it worked.
Wait, what?
The live action remake of.
It's a double entendre.
Oh. Got it. I thought you were saying there was a darker take on the original.
He did say that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just, it's sport for adults. You know.
Sure.
No, like she did excellent. I actually appreciated her as Ariel. I think that the decision to do what they did, obviously,
That was a shot.
It was a shot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the right shot, only because they shot themselves in the foot in the sense like you just put contention around something that you could have just not done. But like she did an excellent job. Like sometimes
She did as best as she could.
Yeah.
But I think people went in preconceived already.
What did you guys think about Aladdin, the live action Aladdin?
I never watched it.
You never watched it?
Will Smith
I have
actually
watched.
did fine.
Yeah,
as Genie.
Will Smith actually did pretty good.
I went into it being like, okay, Robin Williams is dead, and
The
then I
GOAT.
watched it. I was like, fine.
I like Naomi Scott, so
I watched like all the adaptations. I watched zero except for Little Mermaid and Lilo and Stitch.
yeah, I've
like
seen.
The Lion King. I refuse because that's my favorite Disney movie.
I mean, I'm a Beyonce fan, so I had to check it out.
Mm.
But I would say, I think I've seen a lot. I've seen Lion King. What is it? Mufasa.
Garbage.
Lion
King was garbage too.
I didn't think The Lion King was good, but I mean, it was Beyonce and Donald Glover, and so I had to hear it out.
Donald Glover was in The Lion King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was Simba.
It's an African movie, so you need
African actors, dude.
Lion
Interesting.
King.
He was Simba.
Yeah,
Like
you
when
thought
he
they
grew up.
you thought they were gonna use Glenn Powell?
I don't know who they would have used. Maybe Ryan Gosling.
Oh, okay,
Maybe
interesting.
Matthew Broderick.
I mean, Ryan Gosling is a pretty decent
Robert
singer.
Downey Jr.
Well, he is black, so
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Great movie.
What else have I seen? I think that's it. Because there's a live action Mulan, right?
It's coming out and everybody's
Mulan?
no
Mulan.
Mulan
sucked.
live
That was
action, but
garbage.
It
That
did come out,
wasn't
right?
Mulan.
Mulan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It came out?
It came out during COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I haven't seen
Moana
that.
is having one, and that's
I'm not
that's-
watching Moana.
That's the most egregious one because Moana just came out 10 years ago.
No, the most egregious part about it is that the newest Moana was coming out, and they were showing set photos of the live action.
Yeah, and they're coming out with Moana 3. I think.
Yeah,
And then Moana 2 live action.
and then exactly.
It's a
No,
weird-
Moana.
The Ouroboros
Yeah.
is reaching
Yeah.
its
Yeah.
own
Moana
head.
1 live action will make no money. It
Yeah.
will make $0.
Yeah. The
Not
How to
literally,
Train Your
but-
Dragon live action was pretty good though.
I heard it's really good. 'Cause
It's
it was
actually
shot
really good.
for shot.
Yeah, it
remake.
was- I mean,
but then
yeah.
at that point,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. See, that's my thing
It's your
too.
hot take, bro.
That's my thing too. It's coming, bro. It's coming back. It's
Because if you shot for shot
honestly
remake
coming
it,
a cold take.
yeah.
The mic.
Whoa, did you just change positions on the couch?
Oh, dude, you
That, like,
glitched.
What the heck?
Where'd the dog go?
Imagine I got a haircut.
Yeah. We're talking about like the last Airbender. Hamburger. The last Airbender takes chances. They don't hit, but they're differences. So it actually makes sense for the remake.
I can at least respect where it's like, hey guys, like I'm gonna bring this to the new day so kids can see this story. I'm gonna take my chances, and if you suck instinctively as a storyteller, then fine. Like I can at least, like you said, respect that. You're like, whatever, you tried.
It's still dumb.
But if you're just gonna copy paste,
but it's better. Yeah.
Then you have to me, you have to be able to justify why.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that like our elders could do like, and us as the upcoming elders can do a better job at like, oh well, we just got to make it new, like the same thing new, because young people don't like old looking stuff. It's just like, okay, you need to teach your kids to respect old looking stuff because there's a lot of wisdom back there. And what are you going to disregard it because it has grainy film? Like, it's not a good enough answer. But like if there's something where you're like, damn, like I made the story, like Quentin Tarantino, he said that one of the things, an idea he pitched for his 10th film was to remake his first film. I'm like, that's an interesting idea. Like it was on a tight budget. It was his first movie. He's learned a lot of things on the way. You remake it with the knowledge that you learned with the budget that you have, and can you tell a new story in a newly completed way?
I mean, that's
it's
also
an interesting idea.
That's also like old school filmmaking in a sense. Like you made your short film, and then most of the times your short film became your first feature. So like essentially you are retelling the story with a studio behind you, with higher paid actors and things like that. That doesn't necessarily happen as much anymore because of, I don't know, there's a lot of reasons. But that was how things were. And that's why a lot of people's first movies were better, because, you know, they got to live with the characters as, I hate to say it like a broke person, but somebody trying to break in, and then they get to retell that story with more insight and stuff like that. So,
but and sometimes the limitations actually were what made it charming.
Definitely,
you know? So
like
Memento. It's possible that you remake it and it's complete garbage. Like the fact that you didn't have the budget maybe made you more creative, and that's a possibility.
Same thing with A New Hope. So there were so many challenges of him making that movie.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird. Like I feel like that's the reason it throws people off when he like tries to come out with a new edition. It's like, no, I really wanted these aliens here, but I didn't have the budget.
I feel bad. I feel bad for him because
George.
Yeah, in a sense that he was like limited.
Shit on and destroyed.
He was limited by his time, and so he tried to use the advancements in technology to make his limitations better, but it did make them worse.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
first.
I do feel bad in the sense of like he kind of suffered from his age a little bit, because like if he was able to make Star Wars today, he would have access to so much more technology, and I don't necessarily know if that would have made for a better movie, but it probably would have made for a better experience making the first Star Wars. So like if he made it in 2027 instead of 1977, it would have been a different number. It would be a different
50
experience.
Years. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, because in the first one, it's a lot of mentioning of stuff.
Exactly.
And then you get further into the Star Wars movies, and they're going to those places and seeing those aliens.
So I was rewatching Empire, and it's so funny because like as a 2000s kid, like I got to see like the prequels and the Clone Wars show, and so like Yoda is this like figure to us of like, oh, this guy's like super dope, he has this storied history, but like seeing Yoda for the first time in Empire, it's like
as a senile
it's like he's like talking in the third person, like, or like trying to show Luke his power without like telling him who he is, and like I could just imagine like being a kid and it's like who the hell is this? Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like
the prequels first.
Have you heard about watching 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, and then 6?
It's the what is it? The slasher.
It's
something
method.
Yeah.
I like.
It seems like a good idea, but I mean the prequels are fine. But like going back, like when you see, it's hard to It's like it's the same reason it's hard to watch an older actor and go watch a younger movie of them, like because their faces changed because of gravity. But
well, you can't watch 1, 2, 3 because of all the fantastical elements, and then watch 4, 5, 6 and be like, where is all?
If you start with 4, 5, 6, it's like, oh, this is really good, and then you get to see the improvement.
And 4, 5, 6 are better movies, script and everything. And then 1, 2, 3 are just more so like for.
To me, this is like the 1, 2, 3 thinking that they're fine is like evidence of how bad movies are nowadays, because like.
Yeah,
I would die for a trilogy of the prequels to come out nowadays. I don't think that anyone could make even that level of quality of a trilogy on average in this day and age. It's very rare. Like
you're saying, like it would be worse.
Well, I have a Star Wars take that we could probably save and talk about later, but I do think, unfortunately, I think they will have to recast Han, Luke, and Leia.
Recast, as in
they already recasted Han.
Why not move on to a different part of the universe?
Well, so I am really down for an Heir to the Empire, but in the Heir to the Empire books, it is Han, Luke, and Leia.
Yeah, but they've deviated so far away from the books.
I know that.
There's no saving.
I know that, but my thing is because Dave Filoni's big on like doing Heir to the Empire. But I also just don't think they have protagonists that people care enough about to go up against Thrawn at this point in time.
That's why you build them with storytelling and good movies.
Well, yeah, no, duh, of course. But they have to. But they have to do something to at least get people excited. I mean, people.
But then isn't that? Star Wars but hold on, isn't that your whole hot take? They shouldn't be grabbing.
But it's different. But it's different because Heir to the Empire isn't remaking the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, but they're grabbing Han, Leia, and Luke. That's the whole.
It would be a sequel. Like theoretically, theoretically, you can take the old characters and you pass the buck on.
Yeah.
Like,
but you already have Rey's trilogy, so you'd have to fit it in between.
You have to erase it.
Erase it. Completely erase it. I am 1,000% down from.
That's what I think.
If
Disney
had the goal, I'd be like, I would applaud them.
And everything's on Disney Plus now, so you just take it off and people just forget about it.
Except for
or you leave it and just say this isn't.
No, they have a separate section that says, "Oops, we fucked up." They put the last 5 years of Marvel in there.
Be honest right now. Be honest right now. Be honest right now. If the sequel trilogy,
Rey's first movie was good.
If the sequel trilogy is not on Disney Plus, how are your kids gonna watch it?
They're not. I will not let my children watch the sequel trilogy.
You're gonna go find DVDs of the sequel trilogy?
DVDs won't be a thing
by
the time
Roots before we watch the sequel trilogy.
Your kids should watch Roots before they watch the sequel trilogy.
Your kids should.
Definitely should be watching Roots.
What stinks, I genuinely have been anticipating that conversation because I'm not going to introduce Star Wars until probably like 6, 7, and when we watch them and we finish, and my kids are going to be like, "Dad, look, there's a sequel," and be like, "No, there's not. It's not there."
It's because it's gonna pop up like as soon as.
Like, you want to watch the next movie? It's not the next movie. It doesn't exist. It's not real. You are going to the doctor because you're hallucinating.
I feel like that way. I feel like all they have to do is take the sequel trilogy off Disney Plus, give enough time, because no one bought The Last Jedi on DVD.
And you just have Luke wake up sweating, and that was all a bad dream.
Yeah, exactly.
How he went through a whole arc in the original trilogy.
This is how you do it. This is how you do it. You recast Luke. He wakes up from a bad dream, realizes it was a possible reality, and move on. And then Thrawn shows up. They fight. It's a good movie.
I feel like it'd just be better just go to Knights of the Old Republic.
No, I agree with that 100%. I would be fine with going back to the Old Republic.
You have to make, if you made characters that were memorable and good with a story that was meaningful and timeless.
You need
I know we don't. I know we don't like the Acolyte, but the Acolyte is proof that if we went further back, it would actually work out.
But the problem with
because no one watched it and no one liked it.
Yeah, but the problem with the problem with going back
from a vision standpoint, like the older Star Wars look today, it looked like the show looked good. Like it wasn't good, but it looked good. And so I think that if everyone who worked behind the scenes on making the show look good moved to the Old Republic, I think it would work.
But the problem with going backwards is you put yourself in a box because the Acolyte had rules and broke rules. if you want to break rules, you have to do it in the future where you can grow and.
Well, you don't like. It depends on the rules. Like,
But what
you're
rules are you
1,000 years in
referring
the
to?
past.
Yeah,
Like the only thing you can't do and say all of humanity died. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
Yeah.
or
You know what I mean? But you're like, oh well,
you just
Billy
have.
Bob.
I would rather them do a future thing. Just do a future thing.
no.
I mean, it's fine.
Boost
because, like,
it in
you
the
know,
I don't want to see Rey teach other people.
No. You don't even go so far in the future.
far in the
She's
future.
dead.
Yeah,
That's fair.
That
That's
lightsabers
okay.
come out of your hand because the Force has advanced so much.
Like Iron Man.
No.
The hard part
Because then
about
at that
the
point,
future-
I
would
want
rather go in
want
the
Star Wars
future.
Thanos to show up and mess some stuff up. So
Isn't Thanos kind of Star Wars Thanos because he's all throughout space?
no.
What's your hot?
No. Yeah. So what's your hot
Okay,
take?
and well, I think
We
what
did
we've settled
deviate a
on
while.
is if you are bringing something new to the table and have a story to say,
Yeah.
then maybe. So would you say that it's about success versus having something new to say?
I would say I am not against rebooting, but what I am against is shot for shot remakes and not advancing the story.
Okay.
So like again,
Advancing or retelling it in a way that you, as the storyteller,
yeah,
find like
Yeah.
important or insightful.
yeah,
Like, oh, this is what the creators missed.
Yeah.
I've got it. There was an
Exactly.
ingredient missing.
yeah, and
I
so
will further the
I
story
feel like that way about like
Honest.
Man of Steel,
Okay, here we go.
because in a
Jordan's
sense,
favorite movie, everyone.
listen, Man of Steel has its problems from a comic book standpoint. But when you compare Man of Steel to James Gunn's Superman, to the 70s Superman, it is a different take that is at least interesting. It's not realistic to Superman comic books at all, but it is an interesting take on the movie itself. On the character
If
itself.
to take a
it
break?
wasn't Superman, it'd be a good movie.
But that's my point, though. It's not a good Superman movie,
Sure.
but it's a good movie.
That's fine.
So for you, you'd be like, well, because it's not a Superman movie, you can't use Superman to tell that story. You've got to tell a
If
different story.
that was like a Chronicle
Yeah.
universe movie,
Yeah.
it'd be a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
But because it's Superman who has
you have to live within the limitations and story
you
devices. Of
you
Superman.
Yeah,
can't
that's
murder what he stands for. Like
I agree with that. I agree
get
with that.
like
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I know your take on like adaptation from the comics, and just because it's in the comics doesn't make it okay. But you can't
so
take
good to see you say that.
But you can't take his whole persona of his main character in the comics and completely change it for your movie.
I mean,
and
but they did
expect
that-
people who love Superman to love your movie.
But they did that with Michael Keaton's Batman, and people love it.
no,
Yeah,
Batman was still Batman. It was just a more funny,
No. Michael
cartoony-
Keaton's Batman was so bad.
I don't like it, but it's still Batman. Like it's
I
still
mean, it turned a lot of heads.
did not do that. But it's still Batman. Like they didn't completely change him. They made Superman and Man of Steel Batman. He's brooding. It's dark in Metropolis. He murders 10,000 people in his city. He kills Zod.
Listen.
He lets his dad die in a tornado.
dude.
Yeah,
it was
because-
about character development.
Gosh, that's the dumbest thing.
But don't you? So
Ever.
my question would be: do you think that filmmakers should be allowed to interpret things that they want?
Yes, you can
things-
interpret Superman and make that same story, but make him more hopeful and more like Superman.
But or if you don't, then don't be mad if people don't like it.
Yeah, you have to live. If you're going to deviate, just like when Zack Snyder said, in his little interview, he's like, "You guys keep telling me Batman can't kill, so what's the first thing I want to do? I'm gonna make Batman kill." It's like, then you cannot be mad when people hate your movie because you're taking key character pieces and going away.
I'd agree- I agree with
It
that.
depends on if
Like, that's just
the
arrogant.
The attitude has to be like. There's like, have you guys ever heard of Chesterton's fence? This is
Philosophy.
Yeah, a bit of a philosophy. He said if you see a wall, like if you walked up to a wall or a gate and you were like, "What the heck is this?" I'm just gonna tear it down. The wise answer would be like, "You are not allowed to tear this down until you go away, figure out what it's for, then come back, tell me what it's for, and if you still think that it should be torn down, then tear it down." And like, it's a very cautious, wise approach to things that we have in our inheritance.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you have a character that says he doesn't kill,
Yeah.
and you're like, guys, like, I have a story, or like, even if you take it as a challenge, like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's not like a careless adolescent.
It could be
child
cool.
who's
You can make it cool. Like,
material.
you can make him kill and make that be the reason.
It's
Like, you can do so many
It
things.
has to be the most impactful
But
moment of the story.
For
You have to
your
earn it.
reason to be because you said I can't do it, I'm gonna do it. Is
I mean,
arrogant.
you guys are saying the same thing though.
Yeah, for sure. We're agreeing.
Like,
I'm just saying it's stupid.
For me, the reason I might break a rule is because you say there's a rule. However,
You need to make it clever.
I will do it so good. My goal would be I'm going to do this so good that you're just like,
Okay.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. It worked.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fine.
But that is
That's
advancing
fine.
the story. 'Cause
Yeah,
then it's
yeah,
like Batman won't kill asterisk.
Yeah.
And now you've changed Batman in a way that like reinterprets him and gives him more like more edge, like a different nuance. And so then Batman now has a new legacy.
Sure.
But if you're going to just be like, nope, I'm going to have him tow a car. And he just
Yeah, that's fine if you can find a way
destroys
to.
people.
If you can find a way to do it eloquently or in a good story to make Batman kill, to make Superman how he was in Man of Steel. If you can make it make sense,
You can earn it,
that's fine. But you can't do it because you're arrogant and then be like, well, why are you guys?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Why are you comic nerds hating on me? It's like
it's
this
gonna
is who you're
friggin-
making the movie for.
Right, yeah.
This you can't go against the audience of your movie. Then you have nobody watching your movie.
Yeah.
That ties directly into why I think the Dark Knight trilogy is the most overrated trilogy, and the Dark Knight in general is the most overrated movie.
I think The Dark Knight is
Ever.
easily one of the most overrated
Ever.
movies ever.
Wow.
And it kills the ideology of what society thinks Batman should be.
It does. I agree with
It
that.
makes it too realistic. There's no fantastic elements. You make this Batman who can't really move and can't fight at all because his fighting in it's terrible. And he gets carried in his second movie, which is a good movie, by Heath Ledger's very good performance. But the movie as Batman movies are not good Batman movies. They're just good Christopher Nolan movies with the skin of Batman.
I agree.
Okay. What's your second hot take?
Oh, so I have a quick
Wait, no, it's yours.
No, well, okay. No, I'll comment. I'll try and see if I can comment. I've never read actually comics before, and so it's hard to say like what the spirit of Batman is and what it did to the consciousness. Like I don't know how to comment on that. I guess my question is like, tell me more. Like, why is it a bad Batman movie? Because I would agree that it's a solid movie. I don't know if
It's a solid.
I don't know
No,
if I
they're
would say
all
it's
solid
it's the
movies.
most overrated movie of all time because it's like it's a
Well,
good
people
movie.
consider
It's a good movie.
You can learn
people
a lot from
consider
that
The
movie.
Dark Knight like one of the best comic book movies.
They consider it the best comic book movie.
Well, I think
And if
there's
you-
probably a case for that. Like a lot
if
of
you
comic
put
book
it in
movies are
comic
garbage.
book movies, no.
No.
If you're putting it in movies, I'm fine with it.
I think it's one of the best movies of the 21st century, but I don't think it's one of
But
the
as
best.
a comic book movie,
Well, most comic book movies don't hit the threshold of masterpieces, and so if it's one of the best movies of the 21st century, then it would definitely have to be one of the best comic book movies.
No,
But I don't think it does
The,
the-
I don't think it's
break
the
that threshold.
best. I think it's one of the best comic book movies. I just don't think it's like the very pinnacle of comic book movies.
it's kind of like the Man of Steel thing, where it's like, I think Man of Steel, if you change, and that's not Superman, it's actually a way better movie. The Dark Knight is not. It's just not Batman. Like if you watch the animated, if you watch all the Batman media,
Yeah.
So what is Batman, and what is Batman in the Dark Knight?
Batman is so different. Like even if you just watch the DC animated Batman movies, like those are more realistic to what and who Batman is than the Dark Knight is.
but he's saying he doesn't. He never watched it.
Oh,
He's saying
yeah,
watch.
Yeah,
that's-
so like
yeah.
just make. I'm just saying. Make
So I
a
guess-
case for it. Like,
I guess so
why
my
is it
biggest-
a bad Batman.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things is like Batman is he's smarter than everyone, and it's not just like the contingency plans. Like everyone talks about like give Batman Paratite and he can beat anybody, which I don't believe to be at all either. But like he's a detective. Like he's smarter than the police. He's smarter than criminals.
He's one of the most smartest intellectual beings in comics. Period.
Yeah,
so you wouldn't use sentences like most smartest, is what you're saying.
He's one of the most intelligent.
He's one of the. but he's supposed.
Batman.
He's supposed to be this detective that is able to figure things out faster than whoever you would consider to be the best police officer of all time, or whatever. And then also, like, he's supposed to be like elegant, like he's whatever size. Like he's supposed to be like his size is the way he moves is supposed to be unrealistic to his physical mass, because he's supposed to be like this guy who can like bench 1,000 pounds and all this stuff, but also is able to fight with the best of them.
And also be able to move so swiftly you don't even know he left.
Yes, move so swiftly that
That's
you don't.
What he does. Remember, that's what that feels like.
Yeah.
He moves so swiftly.
He's also not supposed to sound like that.
And he moves so swiftly that like you can't. That you don't think that you don't think that he's human. Like he's supposed to move so swiftly that it seems as if he actually does have power.
And if you found out he's Bruce Wayne, you would be like, "There's no way."
Yeah, exactly.
So like if he's in a bank and then he turn around and he's not in the bank, that's not too fast. It's not fast enough. I mean, like,
he just has no.
Been like,
there's no fantastic. There's no gadgets. There's no.
Yeah.
There's no source of. There's no source that he's that intelligent.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It just seems like he's a billionaire that made gadgets, and he didn't even make them. The black guy, Morgan Freeman, made them, and he put a skin over them
for a lot of different things.
And he put a skin over them and took them.
Yeah.
So that you take away
the allegory taken full scale, as he would have painted the suit white.
He's horrible.
He's not wrong.
Be like, where'd this come from? I made.
Oh, there'd be more Batman fans if his suit was white with the cows on it.
With the cows on
the cows. It's crazy.
Instead of grappling hook, he's got a fucking lasso.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
There's just so much that
Batman would be bigger than Punisher to the police.
He is the.
Oh.
I mean, he is bigger, but the police like Punisher for some reason.
Yeah, whatever. But it's just, I don't know. It's just Christopher Nolan taking a really, really, really realistic approach, which I don't mind, but I think I'm just not a fan. I've never really liked them, and I rewatched all of them again because I was like, anytime I don't like something, I need to watch it again to make sure I'm just not being OD. And so I rewatched them. I was like, these are actually like not bad movies, but like the things that make Batman, I don't really appreciate in any of these movies. Mm-hmm. He doesn't solve a mystery. He doesn't solve a crime. He doesn't build really anything. He makes his suit.
Yeah.
So it's a good character movie. Like the things.
Like if it wasn't Batman, I would probably like him more.
Yeah.
Like if it was just like a guy in a costume.
I mean, I think it's fair to say
Nolan.
like the equipment being like having someone make the equipment and using that equipment as the reason you solve your mysteries does.
But I don't even think he has mysteries in his movies.
No, not really.
There's no mysteries. Like,
no.
And the ones that Batman would know, like he would know in the third one when the girl double crosses him, which is like it is a Batman thing to like fall in love and then the girl kind of try, but like
he would have pieced it together.
Like he would have found out.
Yeah, he would have pieced it
together.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
At the end.
At the end.
And then his whole thing of blowing up his Batwing and going away as Bruce
Dude,
Wayne.
he would not leave Alfred, bro. Like
he didn't. He showed up at the restaurant.
Oh my goodness. He would not, bro. Like Alfred basically raised this man. He would not let him interpret if he was alive or not. And then just hey dog.
It was
nice
like I said, it was
dude.
clever if it wasn't Batman.
Exactly, yeah.
Like Bruce wouldn't do that to Alfred, and
he would not.
And you're not leaving Gotham. Bruce Wayne is Gotham. Like he can't leave. Like he's had in all of iterations, he's had so many opportunities to leave, but he doesn't leave because he knows that if he leaves, this city will go down in a fiery burn, and nobody's there to protect it. Even though in comics there's like Superman and Flash and others, but still, it's like his place. Like it's like Daredevil in Hell's Kitchen. Like this is my area.
He gets one taste of Anne Hathaway and just abandons Gotham.
Left for Anne Hathaway, who also was in Great Black Cat, but that's fine.
Not buying it.
Not buying it.
There was the sequel, Black Cat.
Selena Kyle had more depth in the Batman, though. I will say that.
And the Batman's the best Batman movie we've ever had.
Agreed.
By a mile.
Agreed.
I don't know.
You're not a fan of Batman Forever?
I think the
As a
reason
kid,
that,
I
the reason
loved
that
it.
want-
I know, right?
I had
I
the
thought-
toys. I had the
Dude,
Robin
because-
toys.
I
like-
thought Batman Forever was so good as a kid. So good.
I remember liking it as a kid, yeah.
Yeah, the ones with the nipples on the...
Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking Batman Beyond. Batman Forever. I still liked that as a kid. I'm sure if I watched it
Batman
now,
Beyond, the animated show?
yeah.
That's fire.
That's a good show.
I remember liking it. I don't know if it's
Amazing.
good.
It's an amazing show.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go to yours, though. That's all.
Well, I want to comment on this
Oh, go
Batman.
ahead. Oh, The Batman
The Batman.
is
Oh,
the
this-
best Batman movie.
Okay, so Batman The Dark Knight is a better movie than The Batman.
Sure.
Sure.
There's better character development. It's a consistent plot. The elements within the story
The one
tell
with-
a cohesive narrative.
The one with Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a very solid story.
Yeah.
It teaches you a lot about humanity. Teaches you about like being a hero.
Yeah.
The Batman is not as solid of a script as The Dark Knight. So I don't know if I could say it's the best Batman movie because the movie that has the best script is Batman The Dark Knight.
It's a better movie, not a better movie.
but it,
Batman
as a
movie.
better on-screen iteration of Batman, the Batman probably is the most
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
as a detective.
That's what we're saying.
That's
So
exactly
it's the
what we're
best
saying.
interpretation.
It's
of
the best
Batman
iteration
in
of
a
Batman
worse
in a
film,
movie.
Yeah.
And the
I don't like the
Batman
word
is
worse.
better film.
I don't like the
I don't
word
like the
worse.
word worse
Worse
because it's not that much
interpretation.
lower than
It's
The Dark
yin
Knight.
and
No.
yang.
It's not that much lower, and I would
It
watch
is.
The Batman a million times before
It
I
is.
watch The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It is.
And it is not. It's like right here. Like it's
not.
like
It's not.
it's like
It
right
is.
there.
Wrong fake news.
Yeah.
No, it's so close.
50
It's
years from now,
ridiculous.
people will watch The Dark Knight. 50 years from now, no one will watch The Batman.
That's a
not
lie
true.
because
That's
The
not
Batman
true.
is going to be a better trilogy.
It's not going to make a trilogy. It's going to make a second one. James Gunn will be fired.
We have that later. We could talk
Yeah,
about
we
that.
can talk about
but
that later.
Go ahead.
So Gino, what's your hot take?
My hot take is that Supergirl is one of the antagonists of her film.
Interesting.
Well,
Jordell, what do you have to say about
it's
that?
time to talk about Supergirl. Why do you say that? By the way, hold on. Before we go,
How are we going to discuss this film?
we watched the new Supergirl just came out. We have to rate it. So we're on camera rating it.
So do you want to start with the rating?
Okay, well, how are we establishing scores? Are we going to say for a Marvel
No,
movie?
we're just straight up. Shang-Chi's an 8 out of 10 no matter what.
Jesus. Are you saying 8 out of 10? Like
At all
like,
films.
so you're
All
sitting
it's an
around
8 out of 10.
8 out of
all
10.
compared to all of
Yes,
the films
it's a
out
good
there,
movie.
you're saying
It is a
Shang-Chi
good
an
movie.
8 out of 10.
It is a good movie.
I don't think
I'm-
we should
I'm
talk
closer-
about Supergirl yet. I think that we should really get into the weeds of
Shang-Chi
this.
is an 8 out of 10.
We'll have a dedicated
Okay, okay,
episode.
I will
where
go
we
back.
will shit on that movie. We will shit
Shang-Chi?
Shit.
No,
Chi.
you will. I will defend it.
I don't
yeah.
have Shang-Chi at an 8, but I...
What do you have it at? You're going to
have-
say like a 7.
Maybe, yeah, I'd say 7.
That's not that far off. You're at like a 5.
It's a 3.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
It's a 3.
Dude.
Maybe a 4.
So Supergirl.
That's, yeah.
So Supergirl.
It is better than Supergirl.
Yeah, Supergirl's like a 2.
So...
Okay, so that's your rating?
That's your
2
rating?
out of 10?
Let me calculate.
Okay.
Mine,
It's a 2. It's not the worst movie ever. So yeah, it's a 2.
I'm
a
at-
3 if I'm drunk and generous.
when I first watched it, I was at a 7.
Yeah, same.
I'm at like a 5, 4.5 or a 5.
You're halfway there.
I don't think I'll drop. That's low for me.
I'd say 5.
Yeah, that's low for
I'm
me.
more optimistic than the both of you, so...
Optimism is not an admirable quality if it's wrong.
Continue. Okay, we give our score. What is your score?
2, 4.5, 5.
Yeah, I'll stick with
let
a
me-
4.5.
Let me try and be as generous as I possibly can.
Why don't you just say 4.5? Because he's already at a 4.
No, because there's no shot it's on Shang-Chi's level. You have to compare it to his brain, and his brain is so
He's meditating.
low. Look at him.
He's
fighting.
replaying the movie.
He's
in
gonna
his
give
head.
it like a 2.5 or a 3.
He's replaying it from start to finish in his head right now.
I'd give it it's a 2.
That's so low. That's so low.
Okay, so since you're the lowest on the film,
yeah.
and
Dude, should we talk positives first?
yeah, we gotta somehow.
I don't have a ton, but
We gotta
we got to be optimistic.
we gotta cater
a
to
little
somebody.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to have a ton. You rated it a 5.
I said 4.5.
Your first text was the script was bad. I'd give it an 8. That doesn't make any sense.
Whoa! I never said 8.
think
I never
Did
said
you
8.
say 7?
I said 7.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
But
7 was
again,
crazy.
Again, a movie gets made several times. It's scripted, it's shot, and then it's edited. So
On all fronts, it was terrible. Give me the positive.
okay, the positives.
Yeah, you go first. What are your positives? Because we might agree on some, unless you want.
No. So one positive is that she killed the guy at the end. That I liked that. I'm not gonna lie.
And she also beat him up.
And she actually beat him
cool
up.
Beating him up.
Yeah, she looked. I would say, yeah. One of my positives
flipping
is
them.
that she did look cool in the movie.
Especially with that motorcycle driving over her, that one shot looked so good. That explosion shot where she's protecting the girl, the model, the carbon copy of the shot.
We are on
that
positives.
Superman, yeah,
That's
I'm
my positive.
complimenting.
That's
it's a carbon copy of the shot.
that's my positive
death
though.
Of the Superman movie, but they
Yeah.
did it again.
Exactly. That's my
with
positive.
Worse CGI.
Oh.
That's the positive.
Real quick, the pin drop is getting a lot of hate. Did you mind it?
The pin drop.
That's the slow motion with the music
Yeah, with
at
the
the
music,
end
with the song.
in the circle.
I don't remember what the song was, but
It was a cover of a different song.
so
like
is that why people didn't like it?
People
it
were
was
saying the song didn't make any sense and it should have been the theme song and stuff like that. At the end when she's finally like saving, people really hated the pin drop. And I liked it leaving the theater.
What good happened in the film? Tell me. Continue.
Did you like it? No.
the recreations of the Superman shots I thought were cool.
In
I
idea,
didn't
as
like
a
them.
poetic note, it sounds good. In execution, it sucked.
I thought she looked cool in her suit.
Yeah.
I thought she looked better than Superman did in her suit. I think Superman's is too bulky. Like Man of Steel. I like how it's
The Man of Steel
lets
suit
him
is
look
better.
strong.
Yeah, the Menace's suit
Instead
is
of
better.
like a Guardians of the Galaxy character.
Yeah.
You know? So I thought she looked cool. I thought she did good. Like I thought she did fine.
I thought her acting was good.
In Man of Steel either, so that's nice.
What?
A cuck.
What's that?
I didn't like
the actual meaning of the word.
Okay, we're just gonna move on to things that we didn't like because
No, we have to finish.
Oh, okay, fine.
I don't know what else I
She
liked.
looked good in the suit.
She looked-
to Superman.
she looked good in the suit.
Terrible. Like the bar is.
She looked good. No, I think she looked good. Like regardless, not comparing. Just I thought she looked good when she finally got the suit.
yeah, she looked cool.
They let a super being be a super being, even
Yeah.
though through the whole movie she couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They finally let her like beat up somebody, and he should have been beat up a long time ago.
Yeah.
But he got beat up.
I did like the tension better in Supergirl as far as like the character than Superman, because in Superman it's basically like Israel versus Palestine. Don't get involved. And there's actually like credible backstory to Supergirl in this movie that attributes to her character and her decisions to be Supergirl. And Superman, it feels like it's like too based in American politics and not enough in Superman's development itself until the part of like the message gets out. But other than that, there is no like real, I guess, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like history or backstory of his life that attributes to his decision to continue to be Superman.
Yeah, they don't give us any backstory in Superman so far besides his parents.
Yeah.
Do you have any others? I'm kind of out right now.
I'm kind of out right now too.
The retro futurism looked aesthetically cool in moments.
The retrofuturism looked better in Loki, so
This is true.
yeah.
That show sucked.
Loki sucked?
Low-key, kind of garbage.
He's
From a universe building standpoint, it destroyed everything, but that's okay. I enjoyed it as I
Great
watched
show.
it, but after
thinking about it.
after hearing about it
Yeah.
from other views, I was
Well,
like,
it was
okay,
it
this
was beautiful
destroyed
because it
everything.
was shot by Autumn Durrard Archipel, who is now an Oscar-winning DP for the movie Sinners.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that made it good.
Whoa.
it did.
It did.
All right,
did.
All right.
Gino.
First
we'll
woman of color to win Best Cinematography at the Oscars as well.
There's a first time for everything.
I'm gonna clip that and tag her so I can.
That's the first time for everything. All right, you're our
Good for her.
you're
Shout out to you, Autumn. Shout out to you.
You're our pessimist on this pod, so you can go with all your negatives.
No. I want to say one more thing though.
Positive? I'm out.
Crypto was a
Negative.
good dog.
Yeah, but he was barely.
You didn't hate that Crypto wasn't a bulldog or a pit bull. Sorry, isn't Crypto a pit bull in the animated stuff?
Oh, I don't
No,
He's like this but bigger.
yeah, but he's a pit bull, right?
No,
No,
he's a white looking dog like that, and
he's like a white pit bull.
no, he's like a white lab.
Oh, lab. I'm tripping. That's what I meant to say. I was thinking lab
Are
and
you
saying
not
pit
mad?
bull. But are you not upset that Crypto wasn't a Labrador?
I don't like James Gunn's interpretations of things and the fact that he's just like, hey, look, it's my dog. It's like, fuck you.
You don't like that the dog doesn't have the voice of John Cena?
Why would it have John Cena's voice?
You're losing me, dude. You're
see.
losing
Dude, you guys
me.
didn't see the animated Superman movie? Jeez.
No, the one with
sorry.
Kevin Hart and The Rock and
Yeah.
no,
I didn't see it either. I just know that John Cena voiced Crypto. That's all.
Wait, then why are you coming out? You didn't see it?
Yeah, what the
Can
heck?
you guys
He
believe
just
it?
put us on a whole side tangent for something none of us saw.
You're
You
not
were supposed
mad
to
that
eat-
the thing that none of us have watched doesn't match the thing that we just watched.
I'm trying to raise bait, guys. I guess it didn't work. But what didn't you like?
You left us all confused.
Wait, no, we're complimenting.
No,
the show,
that
though.
was
No,
his.
we're over.
We're
We're
done.
back. We're back.
I don't have any more
Yeah.
compliments.
What I
Unless
was
you
gonna say
have
was
some.
something I didn't like, so that's why I was saying you can go.
Do you have any Do you have any positives?
There was like 5 seconds where Jason Momoa was like, "Oh, that's kind of fun."
Oh, that's another positive. I liked him.
I liked Lobo,
I liked Lobo.
but
a lot.
I will say
his catchphrase was really horrible, but that's a script issue.
his context
bastard.
into the story I didn't like. I liked him
It was
in
just-
the movie,
it was
but
just-
the
it was-
context of him showing up.
Yeah, they just
In the
placed
movie,
him.
He
yeah.
exists so that they could sell toys.
Yeah.
It almost it feels like that, where you're like, it's like when Disney introduces a new Star Wars alien or robot
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
a Star Wars film, and you're like, oh, yeah, let's pause the story so you can sell a
Yeah.
toy. Like when Lobo walks in, you're like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm doing my own thing. And you're like, why? Because I've
Yeah.
got to be here.
Yeah,
Why?
it's crazy because
So the script-
we're going into negatives at this point. But I did like Lobo. But it's crazy because he's not even bounty hunting Garrick, whatever the main bad guy's
Cream.
Creme.
Creme.
Cream.
Actually, that's
He's
a good
not
point.
even
That's a
bounty
good point.
hunting him. He's bounty hunting a side character
Yeah.
of his.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
I think not.
It
A
would-
side character.
Yeah,
is going
it would
for side
definitely have made
characters.
more sense for him to
if he was going for Creme,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't. And he said he only does it for money. Wouldn't the leader of that whole organization be
Cost more.
than
Yeah.
some random Mohawk guy?
Yeah.
Because when he said with the red Mohawk, I was like, "Wait, Creme? Does Creme have a red Mohawk?" And then it was just some random side character, and they had random beef too. He was
Yeah.
like Lobo, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you," and then
You
didn't.
Well, so I will say
but he was
that
cool. Yeah, he took. He was like, "Oh,
so there
that's
was
not
a-
cool."
if you guys read, there was an article that came out discussing
If you guys
like
read,
some of the problems that happened and I mean, I feel like this is obvious because of how the movie turned out that the director and James Gunn had a lot of differences on how the movie should have gone.
yeah, the end,
and-
the pin drop is one of them.
Really, I didn't. Okay,
They went with James Gunn version, not
they did.
the director's.
Of course. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, apparently the test screenings were so shit, so James Gunn had to pause
They had two.
filming on
Yeah.
the thing so he could fix it. And
They had two test
it's
screenings.
a good thing that he said, the problem with Marvel is quality control. They're pumping out too much shit. Not here. The buck stops here. I
Yeah.
won't release a single film
Yeah.
unless the script is excellent.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
on both counts, the movies are
Shit.
yeah.
James Gunn
Not Superman, but whatever.
sucks.
All right, you can go into your hates of this movie because we haven't really heard you since you've just watched it.
I think she was an antagonist. I don't think she's a good person. I don't think she's admirable. I don't think she's worthy of the name hero. I think that she actively makes the universe worse by letting space pirate Jeffrey Epstein continue to kidnap girls so that she can moralize a teenager not to get vengeance. And as she protects Jeffrey Epstein from being murdered, he murders a family.
Yeah.
You saw what we
and
were saying.
continues
Yeah.
to kidnap
Isn't that
girls.
crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so she would rather a teenage girl not deal with vengeance
Yeah.
so that Girls can continue to go to the island.
The movie would have been done right there if she swoops and grabs him instead of her. Yeah. It doesn't even make sense that she grabbed her. Because if you grab him, she slices at nothing. Yeah. And you still protect her. Mm-hmm. And you still get the antidote.
Is actually a worse place because Supergirl's decisions. Because of Supergirl's decisions.
Yeah. You can also say that because she chooses to be on a red planet and waste her days, that not helping
there's
people.
The opportunity cost of her being a hero,
yeah,
and the decisions that she makes in order to be a hero, because this is her imposing her virtues onto another person. And if you're going to do that, your virtues better be worth imposing.
Exactly.
And your virtues are causing active harm in the universe.
Yeah.
So you're letting this guy get away, and then you
multiple times.
And oh my God. Jesus Christ. She's like, you can't get vengeance because it's going to tear you apart. Let me tell you how I know. Krypton was dying. Not by anyone. No one caused it.
Yeah.
No, but man, I lost everything.
Yeah.
And
there was
Superman
no
didn't
vengeance.
Lose anything. I suffered more because I'm a woman. And so he doesn't know shit. And so
she actually lived.
She actually did witness.
Her excuse was, I was there for 18.
Oh man, I got to see my parents die, and he didn't have
11?
parents.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo for him.
Well, he did have parents. They were just in Kansas.
So another thing that I didn't like is, okay, so it's supposed to be
when you go on your tangents.
It's supposed to be like two brothers, right? Two brothers are trying to save their planet.
Yep.
And they're supposed to agree. There are scientists who agree that, hey, our planet's dying.
No, I think Jor-El is dead.
No, he sent
no.
his son to
before
go rape and pillage the world so he can.
I know
exactly my thing.
But hold on. But are you talking about when they build new Krypton?
No, before, because it's in the movie they talk about how the two brothers were opposing everyone else, letting people know that pretty much that the planet is dying and we have to do something. So Kara's dad is like, I'm gonna build a safe haven for us, a bubble, and then Kal-El's dad is like, Jor-El. I'm just gonna send my son off to go, basically, get it on.
Yeah, be an emperor.
Ego, the living planet, the whole universe,
which changes the whole
exactly. And so it's like
Superman.
It's like I'm hard pressed to believe, as someone who has two brothers, if my brother is smart enough to realize, tell me that the Earth is dying, we got to do something. I'm not gonna go send my son to just go hump everything he sees and build a space army.
No, but it's a twist on the story, so it's good. It's not what you were expecting.
No,
so I'm James Gunn.
No. I'm not gonna.
You didn't see it coming.
No.
To go into Superman real quick, because we're on that. It also, I rewatched it and I didn't get through it. I fell asleep, but
God, you're getting there.
I rewatched it, and it also doesn't make sense that the people flip on him that quick.
Instantly.
You just saw something on the news, and now all of you who are watching him save you,
James Gunn doesn't know how people work.
And at the beginning, it says he's been there for 3 years.
Saving the world.
Is it though?
I mean, saving
a lot of
the
people
world.
watch the news and believe everything they hear, though. Too.
If we've had a superhero, if we had a Superman saving us for 3 years, and then we saw in the news something that doesn't match what we've seen, all those people are not going to flip like that. They all hated him.
There are plenty of shows that did this better. There are plenty of movies that do this better. If you're going to do it, you have to do something that is so damning that you're just like, oh, wow, that's unforgivable. Or like, if
Spider-Man No Way Home. It splits. You don't see it automatically.
Yeah.
But the people don't hate him. They're like, oh my gosh, you're Spider-Man. And they try to grab him and like take off his mask.
Yeah.
And then when he shows up to school, there's two. That makes sense. There will be people who hate you and people who love you.
Yeah.
They're not all going to flip on a dime and
beef,
just hate you.
I have my beef with No Way Home and how they handled that. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah. But anyways, back to Supergirl. Yeah, Supergirl, the whole idea of the whole changing of her backstory was unwarranted. Like, it was almost just because he wanted to do it.
Yeah, also because
it could have made sense in the original. She does grow up on the real Krypton, and then gets sent. So it could have just, and it makes the brothers agree. We have to send our children out.
Exactly. So
like, you changed something that didn't even need to be changed and caused more problems.
And then it also makes it worse because she alludes to this idea of Kal-El being younger and more naive, but she's younger than him.
No, she didn't say he's younger, but she said
No,
she said
she said he's older.
She calls him young though, right?
But his mind, like, he's
true,
like,
true.
But she does call him older.
He sees the good in people, and I see the truth. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, fuck off. Fuck off.
But also,
fucking child. Jesus.
But see that would
savior.
make sense. That would make sense if she was older, because if she's like, because then she alludes to like.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like
if she was more mature, that would be that's an older sister approach.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like that's an older sister. My younger brother is always like
younger, but the justification they have for it is I grew up on Krypton and he didn't lose his parents. He didn't watch his parents die. He just didn't have parents. So therefore I suffered more. Therefore I see the truth. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And then she uses.
I mean, I kind of get it.
And this
I kind of get it.
This is another thing.
She stayed on Krypton.
He never met his parents.
I get it. I get it.
But
But like,
causes someone, she at least got
I
10
get it.
years.
I get it. But she
You
was
should be
like,
lecturing her of like, shut the fuck up. You had 10 years with them.
Yeah,
I would
but
give anything to say hi
she
to
was
my
saying
dad.
she was saying he left and didn't see. Like to him, it was gone in a day. To me, I had to sit there and watch it slowly, like cancer.
She watched them slowly.
But you know what?
At the end.
But you know what? One good thing about Man of Steel is,
that's what she said. But that's what she's saying.
That's like saying like the last week I was there, my mom got cancer. It sucked. It's like and you had 10 good years. You can't erase the 10 good years.
That's fair.
Playful childhood.
But like,
your mom barely got cancer.
It is crazy though because it is two different types of suffering. I'm not saying one is worse,
and we shouldn't be
but that's
comparing.
her. But that's
suffering is a toxic game anyway.
for sure, and that's a part of her character.
Yeah, it is her character.
So that's a part of her character. So that's her saying like, that's her taking her own trauma and comparing it to somebody else's trauma and being like,
the film's perspective is that she is correct
because it's her movie.
No, like you can have someone have an incorrect opinion, and it be their movie, and you show like, I needed a paradigm shift. It's time for me to let that go. The movie doesn't.
I mean, but they do that in Superman, though.
The dog pisses on Superman. The Superman movie pisses on Superman.
But
and then the perspective of the films is we're correct.
Their perspectives, though, of like Kal-El looks better off. I think that's what it's kind of saying is like Superman looks better off. Like in his movie, he looks happier. He has a more optimistic approach. So some would say that what he got was better than what she got.
Yes, but.
And I think it's because of the tones of the movie.
Yes, but like a healthy person.
She's not healthy though.
Yes, and that would be good for the film to recognize that. As opposed to being like, oh, look, isn't she so cool? She's so punk rock, and she's like, sees the world for what it is, and she's not optimistic like Superman. Isn't that badass? You see this,
so
music?
I think what
isn't
we're...
Cool? This music,
She's winning, isn't that cool?
I think
it was cool.
I think what we're alluding to...
It was finally cool when
I
finally...
I think what we're alluding to is actually something that did happen in Man of Steel, is you got to see Clark Kent as a kid struggle with being different. And you don't get that in Superman. And then you also don't get, like Gino saying, with the, I guess, like the struggle of like how unhealthy she actually is. You don't get to really truly see that in Supergirl as well. So I think if there were elements of that in Superman, like for instance, I think a good point of this, or a good point in the movie, is if you break up the argument between Lois and Clark at the beginning of the movie, where they're arguing for like 9 minutes straight, which I do like. I know some people don't.
Where? In Superman?
Yeah, in Superman.
When she's interviewing Superman.
When she's interviewing him. If you flash back to, because there is this thing of like, she's basically letting him know, like, yo, she's playing the other's advocate of like,
she's being an interviewer. She's being a real reporter.
She's being a real reporter, and she's like expressing that yes, you are this like superhuman who can fix problems at an instance, but because you're American and this is a conflict not involving America, and America getting involved escalates everything, you are representing America in a way that you may not recognize, but you are. And so I think it would have been a perfect time to flash back to any point in his childhood where that also exists, so it echoes the elements of his struggle to ascend as Superman, and you just don't get that in the movie at all. And I also think it would have been interesting if we saw how bad Kara was going through it, because you kind of do at the beginning of the movie, because she's getting drunk, she's waking up, she's getting drunk again, but that doesn't necessarily.
Like,
there's just no justification.
Is like,
exactly.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She's so chill.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look at this like this is a low point for her.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
celebrates it.
Exactly.
And the proof of
Because
that
it's her
is the
birthday.
music.
Yeah.
Like, the music is celebrating her as
Exactly.
though like this is, hey, she's not like the rest of those superheroes. She's like a drunk. It's okay for women to be messy kind of superhero.
like an anti-hero type of vibes.
Yeah.
But but that plays into, they don't give any justification for her whole reason of thinking in the movie.
Yeah. And
like,
then,
it comes out of left field.
And then she shows up. And then she shows up on Earth. And you brought this up. She shows up on Earth. She's feeling lonely. She puts an iPod with headphones in and listens to Earth music.
Yeah.
And it's like, if she's missing home, why would she not be on her ship listening to, I don't know, a recording?
But not
of her
even
parents?
that
the
part.
The iPod looks nostalgic.
The
Doesn't it look cool on
the
camera?
iPod is fine, but then later.
It's 2025. No one uses it. It wouldn't even fucking function.
No.
Hey,
Why would she have it in the
it's
house?
20. It's not 2025 for them.
Yeah,
Why?
because that's when she arrived.
Because that's when she arrived.
But actually, hold on, he's right, because if Superman came out in 2025 and he was Superman for 3 years, it'd be 2022.
There's no iPod. There's
Yeah.
So
no
there
iPod.
would be no iPod.
Dang,
But
that's
anyways,
true, that's true.
aside from that, I'm fine with her listening to that music then, because she just
On a
got to
different device.
Earth. Yeah. You now, when you get in trouble in space, your whole mantra is, Earth is not my home. Earth is not my home. I'm a nomad. Like, I'm just going around anywhere. But then when you get in trouble, you're listening to Earth music.
Yeah.
The first time's fine, but then afterwards, you keep hating on Earth. Why are you going back to Earth?
There's no Shawn Mendes on Krypton, bro.
There is. Shawn Mendes is one of a kind. But it just doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense either. The whole thing. This is kind of small, but it hit me like a drum. Is when she says something about Superman. What's her name? Julie or whatever. The little girl with the sword.
Rosie?
Rosie.
Rule. Whatever.
Ruby.
Is it Ruby?
I don't know.
It's R-E... R.
Well, Rue is the girl from Euphoria, so it's not that.
She's annoying, but she says something about Superman. She's like, well, he's not Superman to me. He's Clark Kent. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's Kal-El to you. Yeah. You lying, conniving
why
woman.
Would she be Kal-El to him?
Because she lived on Krypton. So to
Did
her...
she know him because he was sent as a baby?
Yeah.
He was sent as a baby.
Because
but that's
her dad
cousin,
her dad says, I got my brother's old whatever when he recreates
her brother's old schematics.
Yeah, when he's creating her.
I mean, I agree, but like I'm just wondering, like he would probably introduce himself as Clark Kent when she meets him. So she would
but if she only
know him,
if she only knows Kryptonian and she's sent to Earth to meet Kal-El, because they wouldn't know his name's Clark Kent.
Now she's speaking English. She learned English from him.
Yeah, but her
which
main
means that all of that exposure time of speaking English would be him as Clark Kent. I shouldn't be advocating for this, but like
I think that's a cheap way.
I still think she would refer to him as Kal-El.
Your whole life you knew him as Kal-El, and then you show up. Like a better line would have been, even if they wanted to joke about it, like a James Gunn joke would be like, well, I know him as Kal-El. Well, actually, kind of Clark Kent as well. Right. Like it would be like a rambling type of thing, which is something that they would do a lot.
Here's an interesting one that I heard. Brother knows Kal-El sent his brother to open a brothel, right?
Yeah.
What? Sends his son.
Ego sends his son to Ego, the living planet, the universe.
And he knows that that's the plan for him,
yeah.
Right? Why doesn't he say that to his daughter? Like, hey, by the way, by the time you get there, like he's probably slept with like half the planet because he's probably a really bad person because he's like I'm sending you to go be good. You don't have to be nice, but you should be good. But
did he know about the message?
Now that you mention it, I think the mom, her little spiel to her is kind of inferring, or I guess like representing the message of Clark's parents.
But that also wasn't known to her. That message wasn't known to anybody but Clark. That was just a message from
I don't know
his
because the mom's saying you don't have to be, what did she say? You don't have to be nice, but you have to be good.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of, I don't know, this is an inference, but I think that's kind of her alluding to the fact that their message isn't necessarily what should be doing, but I don't like 100% disagree with it. So it's like you don't have to be nice to people, but you should be good. And I think
that's a fine message.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To go back to Superman, I hate the message was to go conquer the world.
It's another iteration of us looking back at the past and saying the past is shit. And that seems to be the only thing our society knows how to do. Is the people who sent us here are bad.
Yeah.
Our ancestors are bad. Everything they did was bad. Everything you inherited is bad. I'm going to make a new one for you. And it's going to be better. And it's going to be culturally sensitive. And women can be messy. And Superman can be a cuck. And that's okay. But look.
But it would have been better if Lex Luthor just made that message up.
It
doesn't even play into the ultimate plot.
Yeah,
like it's kind of just a sub thing. Like, hey, here you go.
It does, because Superman, he didn't know who he was.
They needed him to struggle in some way with.
But he
was ascending
struggling
to Superman.
The whole movie, he struggles. He doesn't win a fight. He needs help to win every single fight. He's not cool. Supergirl at least gets that cool. She beats him up at the end. Superman doesn't have that for anything.
Remember, he does that stupid CGI thing
where
he kills all of
He doesn't spin them. We don't know they're dead.
Them.
We don't know they're dead.
They fell.
We don't know they're dead. They have suits on. They have suits on, and they have armor.
R.I.P. to those guys.
Fell onto grass. R.I.p. to those guys. Spine.
Exactly.
He didn't fall as high as a skyscraper.
So he broke his spine. He didn't die.
They're dead.
They're dead.
They fell on grass.
They're dead.
They fell onto cement. Superman killed more than Man of Steel.
No, he did not.
Yes,
they killed thousands of people in those buildings.
They were empty.
No.
If you watch the behind the scenes, they were empty.
Okay.
Anyways,
I hate that. I hate that argument. Like, because people were like, "Oh,
he causes a 9/11.
He causes a 9/11, whatever."
No, he
but he was there.
Yes, he does.
He was Superman for 3 days, bro.
Guy there.
No, he had his powers forever.
No. But he was Superman for 3 days.
Yeah, and that's whose fault?
It's not
Zack
his fault.
Snyder's.
No.
Write a better movie.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree and
disagree.
Superman still killed more than Superman.
You're such a liar. You're such a liar.
Hot take.
Anyways, but yeah, like you put this whole thing in, and this is why I don't like deviating from the comic book source, especially when it's liked or loved, because you changed both backstories essentially
to make them worse,
and made them so much worse, and made his family, his parents, very bad people in the eyes of Earth. Like,
also, I really didn't like that they didn't cast Lady Gaga to be his mom.
That isn't.
Yeah.
Why? Because
it would have been a nice little Easter egg for A Star Is Born. Sorry, continue. I did. That would have been grasping at.
I mean, honestly,
no.
That would have been grasping at star power.
Honestly, I only say that because I thought it was Lady Gaga the first time she showed up on screen, and then when they showed her again, I realized it wasn't. And I was like, dang, that would have been cool. But continues.
I wouldn't have cared.
Well, then his dad would have been dead.
That's also true.
Sorry, that was a low hanging fruit.
Anyways, all right, back to the Superman. But yeah, I just hate
killed himself. Okay,
I would have. I would have hated
kill it. L.
I'm trying to get it back.
He doesn't remember what he's gonna say at this point.
It's so bad. But yeah, I just don't like the Superman part of changing the whole backstory. It just doesn't make sense. You just did it to do it.
Yeah.
You just did it to do it, and it wasn't fascinating or cool. Even though the best scenes were the Krypton scenes, you could have just as easily made it just Krypton. And then you just needed a way to introduce kryptonite.
I don't.
And everybody has kryptonite.
I hate to
everybody has kryptonite.
I just hate the cape for Man of Steel so much.
Everybody.
But the Kryptonian world building.
Kryptonians are dead. There's no point of reference. They've been dead for a long time.
There's
some reason people have
2 Kryptonians. Somehow everybody has kryptonite.
No one's ever interacted
with
them.
But the Kryptonian world building in Man of Steel is better than Superman and Supergirl, in my opinion, as well.
That's fine. You can have that.
And also, I
don't care.
I don't know. This is a nitpick, but I hate.
Yeah, you're about to talk about the ship. The ship doesn't matter.
The ship that she came in, bro. Like, it looks like something
that ship is baller.
No, that ship is terrible.
No, he's saying because it was in the shape of a ball. It's supposed to be like that.
No.
That's how it's supposed to be.
It literally looks like something that came from Earth.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Are we going to talk about world building here?
We can, but one more thing.
He's creating a universe.
Shittily.
At least the ship in Man of Steel looks like something that did not come from Earth.
But that's not what That's not realistic to what you would have been able
no
to
one
create.
would make a dick ship.
That's a different ship, okay?
That's not realistic to what you would create to send your, like, when your Earth is, their planet's dying, and within days they build this to send it. It's supposed to be a small ship. Man of Steel deviated again, and you somehow like it. I hate that.
Dick move.
But at least it looks like something that didn't come from Earth. That's all. That's my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying necessarily that she had to show up in something that
when
looked
the ship is
like
facing up.
Let's get off the ship. Gino doesn't care.
I care.
I don't care about the ship.
I advocate for you. You can't tell when the ship is up in hers. It's just round.
It's just a ball.
Is it up? Is it down? Where's it aiming?
So what do you?
So weird.
So I guess what do you think about the world building James Gunn has done with these two movies?
Well, with this movie in particular, how are you?
And Peacemaker.
I haven't watched it.
Oh god.
The ending of season 2. Gosh,
it's
pretty good until the end.
Season 1 is good.
Season 1 is good. Season 2 is good too until the end.
Until the end, yeah,
it
I agree.
is good until it isn't.
Until it isn't, and it's literally like the last episode and a half.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you're telling me that the people who make the technology in this world can create a bubble that is so sophisticated that it can sustain life,
and gravity and air and oxygen.
Yes, and float in the middle of space.
Mm-hmm.
These people are wearing luxury clothing, which takes economic cost, which has to mean that there's at least a flourishing economy, because you don't get wealth. You don't get luxury things without wealth, which means you have a sustainable economy.
When the bubble happened, it's presumed that they only allowed a certain amount of people in, and I think it was the
clothes weren't falling apart, and they were 10 years out. So that means that the world within the bubble was sustained. There's food, shelter, clothing. Buildings aren't falling apart.
Okay.
So you have the technology to create something like that.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a technology to make more ships? If you can make something like that, why don't you make more ships?
But also he was on his own.
Years to do so.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
To leave.
And you can send
But they
send
thought
one person. And actually you could send more people. Maybe how about you say 5 people? Maybe
even the Asgardians figured it out.
We've got 5 infants in the back. Should we send them with Kara? No. Send the dog. Oh, so we're going to let the infants die so that she can have a cozy ride to Earth.
The Asgardians figured it out. They built a big ship.
Yeah.
Landed on Earth.
The ship thing, the newborn thing, that's actually that's a good whatever. But the ship thing, he did it in such little amount because they were living fine, and then people started getting sick, and they didn't know why. And then by the time they found out why, people were already dead and dying.
10 years. She was a baby, remember? She was born.
No, yeah, for sure. But they didn't. It didn't start affecting people till the end.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, so
they were fine.
First 8 years, you have
they were fine.
The ability to make spaceships.
But why would you if you want
get
Krypton?
Out of there.
But they have no reason to.
Because
nothing died yet. If everything seems fine, why would you leave?
No. Earth's core just died. All of South America and Australia and Europe and China and everything in Asia
but they want to stay on Krypton.
It doesn't exist. All that shipping from China stopped happening. But don't worry, I saved us in a bubble. Yeah. What do we do for the next 10 years? We are going to let the kids run and play tag.
And live here.
We're going to keep building nice clothing.
I don't think that's as big of a negative.
Cancer. Oh shoot, we've got a ball. Send the kid. How many people should we send in?
That part I'll agree with you on.
Dog to.
I agree with you on that part, but like the whole part of it's fine, it's fine.
It's not fine. Everyone just
died. They're living on a bubble and it's Krypton.
Everyone just died.
I forgot why the world exploded. Was it the core?
It was the core.
Yeah, but they ripped off. They're fine.
Your cousin, who's over in California, is dead. But everything's fine because you were in the bubble. Like you really think that?
Well,
I'm saying
that if it's still going fine on the bubble and like there's the cancer stuff the kryptonite stuff hasn't happened, nothing. They're perceived as we saved ourselves, we're good.
You really think that people? You're complaining about how social media people won't just flip flop on a dime, but the entire planet can die before your eyes, and you're in a bubble, and you're like, it's good.
For 10 years,
they
feel like they survived.
That bubble acts like that.
They're fine.
As opposed to like factions of people.
But they didn't go to anybody. They didn't go to anybody else to see their point of view. We only saw it from her point of view.
because they don't know how to tell a story.
Sure, that's a story problem, but that's not like an overall.
Well, no, it's a problem because in real life,
You know how you avoid that? You know how you avoid everything?
Write that story.
You don't change the backstory.
Yeah, the basic stuff.
You leave the backstory because they were rushed to create pods, so they did for two people.
No, it's
Kal-El
exactly.
and
No,
Kara.
I'm saying, like, the fact that they have 10 years
Yeah.
in a sustained bubble creates a lot of world building problems because you're just like, what were you doing?
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
That's
we
right.
were.
Why didn't you
the
go
kids were
inhabit
playing
another
tag. 'Cause
planet?
She said she had a good life until it wasn't good. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay, what were your parents doing?
I think that's their way of saying when they
really dropped
when
the
they
ball.
created the bubble, everything was perceived by everybody as fine.
Yeah.
I don't believe any civilization would ever act like that.
I tend to
just don't
believe
believe it.
I tend to believe it was the elites, and the elites got away from, because when they created the bubble and it blew up, you saw all those people die. I don't know if they just heard me because of the mic. You saw all those people die. So I
don't know. I could also see a scenario where the rich people are like, we got away from the poors.
Wait, what?
The rich people are like, we got away from the poors. We're good.
like the fittest
I
survive.
don't believe that. I don't.
The
think,
poor people are dead. Why do we care
No,
anymore?
because the wealth that's
I can-
generated by the poor people can't funnel to you.
I can
That's
agree
fair.
with your
That's fair.
take because it also feeds into why did you change the backstory?
Yeah.
It just created more problems.
Yeah.
And you created more avenues for people to
Yeah, like
care.
you don't get to create these new caveats into the universe and then be like, oh, well, don't think about that. It's just like, no,
Yeah.
you made
Yeah.
these changes.
Yeah.
And
so
then,
these are just
and the
your problem
reason
now.
why I don't like the changes is because you could do the exact same storyline with having her live on Krypton, be actually older than Kal-El,
Yeah.
and then leave with Kal-El and get hit off course and then return late.
Yeah.
Literally, the actual backstory allows for this movie to happen too. And all of its points. You don't miss a beat with any of the points because you can even still be like, oh, well, he didn't get to live with him. You're right, because you were older. You got to live on actual Krypton.
Yeah.
And then you got sent off with him. So you can still have that same mindset without changing all the backstory.
Yeah. I mean,
To me, I think they just needed a way to introduce Kryptonite.
when
And that was it.
uses her backstory, because she's trying to tell her why not to get vengeance, right? She's like, hey,
Yeah, she doesn't explain
is
vengeance
bad.
at all.
Vengeance is really bad.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you where I'm from.
Yeah.
A long time ago in a galaxy
Far, far away.
there was a planet called Krypton. And then
it blew up and we created a Krypton
and then
bubble.
She's just like, and so when I tell you that vengeance will eat at you, and when you get it, it'll eat you alive. I'm not talking out of my ass.
I'm not gonna
I know
lie.
what I'm talking
What would
about.
have
It's
saved?
Like,
What would
you
have?
weren't getting vengeance.
Yeah.
There's
There's
nothing to
no-
get vengeance
Yeah.
for.
What
You
would
don't
have?
know what you're
What would have
talking about.
saved
It would have
this
been better.
entire story is if someone blew up Krypton. She finds that person. She kills him.
Yes, you.
And then
yes.
And then
Eats her
it's
alive and she becomes
I
drunk.
killed this person, but my family's still dead.
And
my
that's why she
planet's
is
still
the way
gone,
she is.
and that's why she is the way
Right.
she is.
She's the only thing she could be mad at is a natural disaster. And
Yeah.
you can't
Yeah,
get vengeance
exactly.
on that.
Yeah.
And so her trying to
Yeah.
be like, look, I know what I'm talking about, and let me tell you my backstory. It's like your
Yeah.
backstory that like
Had
if I was
no-
the girl,
Yeah.
I'd be like, you you don't. That's not what I'm doing.
That's nothing.
My parents didn't die from a tornado.
You just wanted to talk.
I watched my parents get killed by Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
You
I'm-
said
I'm-
you.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Because like you might be wrong. Like you've never gotten vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you maybe people on Krypton when they get vengeance it's bad. It might be in your DNA, but for
Yeah.
me on my planet
Yeah.
when I get
hilarious.
vengeance.
Yeah.
He said, so you. We just wasted 15 minutes
Yeah.
for that.
Cool story, bro.
That-
but
right
like,
there,
It's
that
not
would
vengeance.
Yeah, that's
that
not
would have
vengeance.
fixed it. Or just
And,
having
and it changed the character's perspective. She's like, oh wow.
Yeah. Or even
crazy.
if you have that backstory, like he said, you could do that. Or just when she gets to Earth, there's something that she thinks Clark is naive about, and she kills that person out of vengeance. Like you, you had to put a story in there about vengeance, and they didn't.
Well, what's
Yeah.
stupid too is she's like the embodiment of like vengeance is bad. It will eat you alive. So that apparently the movie's take is vengeance is
bad.
evil no matter what.
Yeah.
You can't kill Jeffrey Epstein while he's actively kidnapping children.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it out of vengeance,
It's bad.
that's bad. I'm like, I don't agree with you whatsoever. Like,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, if you have to kill the guy,
Yeah.
if you're doing it out of personal motivation or out of cosmic justice, or you're a social justice warrior and you just
Or if you're
don't
just a
like the color
superhero.
of his skin,
If
the
you're
world would be a
color
better
of skin.
place
If he wasn't in
if
it.
you killed this guy.
Yeah. Mhm.
And in the middle of her about to kill him, she stops it. he kills another family in front of a child.
No. You missed the worst part.
Yeah.
She could have just grabbed him.
Mm-hmm.
No, but that doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Decisions actively cause the death of innocent people
you have
in
this
front
you
of
have
a
this
child.
stupid plot of she hates vengeance. Fine. You can grab him, which then causes her not to kill him and not give vengeance. You now grabbed him, picked him up, can take the antidote for crypto, and then you can put him in a prison. Whatever. Yeah. The movie's over in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
the movie's over right then and there.
I actually don't agree that that's the problem. Like, as much as I typically am like, the plot could be solved by, a sticky note or a different.
No, I'm just saying it's stupid that she grabbed her in that moment. He's actively hunting for this girl, and you grabbed the one
a caseload of teenage girls in the background.
Yes,
and the movie's playing pop music.
Yeah.
While there are teenage girls being kidnapped.
Well, they're coming out right now.
First of all, for an all-male race that uses women, that's not an all-male race.
What do you mean?
They're like, hey, they're taking girls so that they can reproduce their all-male race.
Yeah.
If you need girls to reproduce your
all-male
all-male race, it's not an all-male race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think it's implied that they kill them after they give birth.
But
or something.
You have this absolutely the material doesn't deal with the depth at which they literally have essentially Space Hitler, or Space Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Which is this guy's a bad guy, a genuinely bad guy.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take it seriously because it's so focused on showing you pop music and looking cool with Lobo being like, and you're like, wasn't cool. That cool? It's like, are you serious now? You don't know how to balance the material.
Or have a somber moment.
Yeah, you need to at least have a somber moment of Jesus, what is he doing? The whole time she's like, this is for my dog.
Yeah.
Fuck your dog. He's kidnapping kids.
Yeah.
Who cares about that stupid dog? He's annoying.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose is don't do vengeance. Yeah. She takes the vengeance away from this teenage girl and then stabs him saying, this is for my dog. That's fucking vengeance.
Yeah.
The whole reason you did it was you killed him out of vengeance.
I do
preaching the whole movie that vengeance is bad.
I do think that it is kind of one of those things of she's already tainted, even though they don't really explain.
But then it makes
I don't want to carry water for this movie because the movie doesn't earn me carrying any shit.
It kills the whole message of the movie that she does that.
It's literally Uno reverse.
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying.
The girl, if it's gonna do that, then the girl should have been like, why do you get to kill him?
Yeah.
She's like, because I'm already broken and I see hope in you. And they're like, okay, fine. The movie still sucks.
I mean, that was. I feel like that was implied though.
It wasn't implied.
I guess I picked up on it.
Don't carry any water for
it. You're right.
I didn't think she was going to kill him.
Behind.
Oh, I knew she was going to kill him. I was expecting her to kill him.
No,
but you said you were surprised they didn't, and you were happy that they did it.
No, I never said I was surprised. I knew that she was going to do it.
No, I thought Jeffrey.
No, I'm saying that I thought they were going to let him live because it's a DC movie. It's James
so that's what I'm
Gunn.
saying. You didn't think that they were going to kill him.
I guess. I see what you're saying. I guess I was hoping that she did kill him, and then she did.
I liked that they let him kill the family. I just think the whole getting up to that point, it's all her fault.
Everything
and it's stupid.
Unearned, and she's the cause of it.
Yeah.
Hence,
and then
she's the antagonist of the film.
After the parents get killed, justifiably, the little girl's like, "Look what you did."
Yeah.
And Supergirl's still like, you don't know anything. Like, they argue about it.
The perspective of the film is that Supergirl is correct.
Yeah, but that makes zero sense.
For a moment, the girl actually, it's like the conscience of the writers was like, oh my god, that's really bad. And then they're like, and then Supergirl's like, nah.
Yeah. And that could have been another great moment where she felt so heavy about what just happened. I think it's so stupid that she grabbed Ruthie.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I think it's so stupid she grabbed Ruthie. And I think it's so stupid she grabbed her instead of Krem. Whatever. After that happens, that would have been an amazing moment to have a real moment of her just like, oh my gosh, what just happened?
The movie wasn't her checking her premises until she finally realizes that she's wrong and goes back to Earth. The movie was, hey, look how cool she is.
Yeah.
And somehow she has an epiphany.
And everything she does
wrong,
is everything.
She goes to Earth.
Yeah. She's never wrong the whole movie.
Unless she's wrong. And you can't have her change her mind unless she's wrong.
Yeah.
But they have their cake and eat it too the whole time, which is like she's right. she's correct. She saves everyone. And she's now transformed even better, and you're like, you can't do that.
No.
That's not how story.
You can't learn off no mistakes.
Yeah.
So
there's
dumb.
no character
It's just
development.
like, I'm home now. Why? Why are you home now? Why is Earth home?
Yeah, I mean,
Because I stopped Space Epstein. I wouldn't give this movie a 1.
he just ignores.
Is because I actually don't.
No, my wife. But so.
Anyways,
so before you say what you have to say, I was talking to my wife about this, and she goes, "Well, he probably signed his lease as Superman, and that's why he has a better apartment." And I was like, "I don't think so."
I think we're getting into a weird critique.
I was like, I don't think that's how that worked. But continue on what you're gonna say. We just needed a segue.
I don't think that this movie had a cohesive vision. I don't think that it was one person with an idea of like, man, I'm going to tell the story of not getting vengeance. I think that it was probably 20 people, and somehow they missed all of the contradictions. So, like, because of that, I can't say that this movie is an actively bad movie with a bad moral on purpose. Like, there are some movies, like, I have a very strong distaste for Frozen. I think that the morals of the movie are actually, like, bad. I think they're toxic for society. I also think
I agree with that. I agree with that with Frozen 2, for sure.
I never watched the second one.
Frozen 2 is
Frozen
worse.
2,
It's bad. It's really bad. But I like there are movies that are like actively toxic. Like they're the lessons that you would be teaching children. Like Toy Story 4 is a toxic movie. It is an absolutely terrible movie because the moral of the story is, hey, the reason you can be a bad guy is because you're bitter about you didn't get a chance like the other privileged people do. And so you can just kidnap a bunch of toys and try and force them to get the things that you wanted. If they won't give it to you, you take it by force. Oh, look, they agreed. Wow, now I can be a nice person.
Is that not the American way?
Worst. You want to teach kids that? Like, that's an actively bad movie, and it's a cohesive narrative. The story made that story on purpose. Supergirl fucks up on accident. It's like, oh, no vengeance? Oh, vengeance. Oh, no vengeance? Oh, this. Oh, punk rock. Oh, this. Is like, this is stupid. Like, no one... this wasn't someone's idea. This was probably 20 people's idea, copied and pasted.
That's the hardest. That's the hardest part about Hollywood in general, movies in general, is there's so many hands in the pot, no matter whether it is the script, it's in the editing bay, it's on the day, it's the studio heads. Like, there's so many, and I don't want to give grace to bad movies, but there are so many elements that goes into making a movie that the intentions starting out change so much that it is kind of a miracle in some ways that we do actually get really great movies.
No, I would agree. But it's the ones that make it through and become good stories that we should consider good stories. We shouldn't be like the ones that don't. Like, I guess to me that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not going to carry any water for you for whatever reason. This movie's not good.
And the converse thing to that is that there's so many people involved that it should be good. You know what I mean? Like,
I would feel like...
I feel the opposite, actually.
You think so?
I would feel the opposite, but I would also feel like that's kind of my take on, like, when continuity errors happen and we catch it right away. It's like, how do you have 50 people in a room and nobody's like, hey...
and that was their
that's
job.
true. I agree with that.
How many hands can lighten the load, but many hands... Like
many
hands
perspectives
on a story.
also.
Yeah, like you probably need to limit the story. With a lot of hands around the creation of or the execution of that story. Right? So like if I'm like, yo, we should write a book, and it's like, cool, what's it about? It's about a dog who makes tables. And you're like, okay, sure. What is he gonna learn? He's gonna learn that cutting down trees actually.
I'm down for this book. Is it gonna be a children's book?
We should write a just.
And so then it's like, hey, then you bring in your friend, and you're like, hey, man, I got this friend. He's from Wyoming, and he's really smart. He's really good at math. And you're like, sure, whatever. And he comes in, and he's like, yeah, you know what we need a good math scene. And you're like, okay, we're talking about dogs cutting down trees, but I'm sure we can add some math.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's got a friend. He's like, bro, this guy's from Wisconsin. They talk cheese. Like, can we add some cheese to it? And you're like, bro, like...
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with this, but sure. And like these guys are the producers, where they're like, "Hey, we need this, we need this, we need this."
It's the Spider-Man effect. How all their last movies just keep getting stuff.
Yeah, because the producers are just like, we need this.
Because Sony was like, we need this, and that's why Spider-Man 3, to bring it back, Spider-Man 3. Who's the director again? Sam Raimi was like had a whole different movie plan, and they came in and was like, no, we need Venom, we need Harry Osborn, and we need Sandman, and we need.
I mean, it's the same thing with Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you not?
Yep.
Understand this is bad. Like, how do you not just especially with like the Spider-Man, real quick, like you had the first one and then the second one is considered better, which doesn't happen often.
Yeah, unless it's Shrek 2.
And now you want to give notes to the guy who did 1 and 2.
Yeah, because it's
a money thing.
Material to be held. It's capital to
right, but the other two had one villain had less material and are highly regarded.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But like,
it goes
I'm
back.
telling you that.
Yeah, I'm just saying there are people who are not smart.
Survey says
but it goes back to a money thing. Like, people think money because money gives them access and authority, that authority is actually worth something, right? Because like, as a studio head, you're like, I'm funding this movie, so I think
my say matters.
Yeah, my say matters. So then you get freaking a very, very bad Goblin when you had your Electro. That's when you get Sandman.
Electro wasn't amazing, but
you said what?
Electro was.
I mean, Electro wasn't. But if the movie ends before the Goblin shows up, I think it's slightly better.
But the Gwen Stacy scene is amazing.
Dog, Gwen Stacy didn't need to die though. Like,
it's probably the best scene, one of the best scenes of the whole movie.
I don't know.
TASM 2 truther.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say truther. I'm more of a Andrew sympathizer than a TASM 2.
Talking about money though, Supergirl made less than Morbius opening weekend.
That's crazy. I still never seen that movie.
Also,
more fun take.
What?
The Obsession, I think, made more on its 4th or 5th weekend than Supergirl did on its opening weekend.
Yeah, and it's at $100 million right now. It's getting pulled the 28th of July, so it's going to spend a month in theaters. Mm-hmm. It has the 3rd worst second week drop for a DC movie
70%. Whoop, whoop.
Behind Steel.
Steel. Oh, Man of Steel. Steel.
I don't know what that means.
Steel, like
the movie. A movie called Steel.
Yes. Behind Steel and Joker 2. So the one with Lady Gaga in it. And then now has the 3rd worst 3rd week drop.
Well, it's because society's sexist.
Yeah.
Or
people don't like women. People don't like movies with women leading them.
Correct. There's no data to contradict that statement.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no
Wonder Woman did good.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Hunger Games sucked too. No one watched it.
Yeah.
All of the movies, they lost money.
You've never seen Lucy.
Men do not. Nope.
You've never seen Lucy.
All of them lost money.
Wow.
Tell me right now you've seen Lucy.
No, I Salt lost
exactly.
money.
Salt lost money.
Captain Marvel lost money.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel wasn't good.
It lost money.
The Marvels even worse.
It lost money.
Yeah.
It's because what's the common denominator? Men run society.
Yeah.
But Wonder Woman was a good movie.
Even though it's funny.
Was it though?
The first one?
Was it?
Yeah. It was a good
Have
movie.
you seen Ocean's 8?
No.
Have you seen Ghostbusters? The woman one?
No, I would know. I didn't even watch the one with
Oh God! Please don't tell me you've never seen the original Ghostbusters.
No, I saw the original.
Oh,
I didn't see the new one with Chris Hemsworth. They made another one with Chris Hemsworth and Valkyrie. Another Ghostbusters.
That's Men in Black.
Oh,
dude.
It is Men in Black. I didn't watch that. Sorry.
Oh God, he's mixing franchises.
I am
what
mixing
are we doing?
franchises. But no, I was not gonna watch that Ghostbusters because when it came out, it got horrible reviews. But yeah, Society is sexist.
So you've never seen
sure.
Ocean's 8?
I've never seen any of the Oceans.
I mean, it's like I'll try to be as generous as possible because obviously it's just sarcastic.
You're white. It's okay. They'll forgive you.
And that's not the thing. Well, there's a lot there.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Let's unpack one topic that is
controversial.
Let's unpack one thing at a time.
Women are amazing. We love them all.
The claim does not ever get analyzed past its statement. This is like the idea is just like, oh, it's because
you're
men
referring
don't
to
support,
you're referring to like women-led movies.
Women-led movies.
Okay,
It's like how like when the story appears to be good.
Yeah.
And is considered to be good across time, not just during opening week, like when we just kind of cope like, oh my god, it's the best movie I've seen in a long time. It's like no one thinks that. Like when The Acolyte came out, like the way that people were coping about it. Sorry, it was like that. It was like the greatest Star Wars since the last.
Okay, all right, calm down. I never said that.
No. But people were like really coping for the story, saying that it was amazing, and this is like. And then now, no one talks about it. No one will ever watch it. It'll be a lost show on Disney.
It got canceled after one season,
right? Even though it was so successful, like the numbers say, it's like there's so much coping going on. Like if the story is considered,
I just wanted to see Darth Plagueis, but it's fine.
Usually, oftentimes, with the exception of some really bad luck movies, those movies make money.
Yeah,
because word of mouth.
Atomic Blonde.
Ways. Atomic Blonde made money. Didn't make as much money as it could have. There's probably reasons for it. What's
the Haley Steinfeld spy movie?
Spy?
Yeah.
Oh, is it with David Bautista? It's called Spy, right?
David Bautista?
No, not. There's like a movie where they're like a secret society of spies. It has Haley Steinfeld. I think it's Zendaya's in the movie. No, Zendaya's not in that movie. Damn, dude, what is that movie called?
I'm looking it up right now.
It's I think it has Jessica Alba in it too. I could be wrong. It came out in like 2016 maybe.
Oh, before she was big.
Before she was big, yeah.
Yeah,
I watch bad movies.
Aliens, like the Alien franchise, female led. This topic's been beaten to death by so many other people. Like the point is, like people.
The Edge of 17.
No, not
Term Life. 10,000 Saints. Barely Lethal.
Barely Lethal, yeah, that's what it is.
Has a 26% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Nice. It's almost like people don't like bad stories.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, these movies succeed if they succeed, they at least are usually good. With the exception of, I think, honestly, Captain Marvel riding off the back of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like, on average, if a female-led movie succeeds, you can bet that it was good. If it doesn't succeed, your default assumption should be it was bad.
Yeah.
Your default assumption should not be, like, let's look at people with the least generous interpretation possible and blame society, as opposed to looking in the mirror and being like, did I make a good movie?
Yeah.
Like, and if you were really being honest as the creative director, like, is the answer I made a great movie and society just wasn't ready for it? Is that really the take you want to take? Society was just so bad but they were, it's just so toxic that no one watched it.
You're saying that can't be the case in every single...
It for sure won't be the case in every other one, but the fact that there are examples that contradict the statement that female-led movies do make money, they just have to be good. And so, like... To me, it's just like if I made a movie and it made no money, my first question is going to be, "Damn, does this movie?
What did
suck?
I do wrong?
Yeah, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, all of my actresses to talk about the dangers and like evils of society. That would not be my strategy.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a good point. It's a tough topic because part of me feels like I hate to say it, but like I think I brought this up in our group chat about like. People trying to make statements but not necessarily putting anything past the statement. And I do feel like there is this thing of like we want women to be represented in society. That's why you have an Ocean's 8. That's why you have a women's Ghostbusters team. But there is nothing beyond the idea of women existing in this franchise. And not necessarily telling...
Right, yeah. I don't have a story to say.
Yeah, I don't have a story to say.
I just want to make it and have women.
Yeah, exactly. I just want women in this, but I don't necessarily have anything beyond that. And I think that's what happens a lot of times.
And that's not the mindset of the people who make good movies.
Exactly, that's my point.
The ones who make good movies are the ones who actually like, hey, I have a story to play. It's just like, oh, who's
and it
in
just
it?
so happens
and you list the characters,
like
they all happen to be women, and you're like, oh wow, it still
like
sounds
there
good.
are so many good examples of women-led movies, like Kill. I've never seen that.
Fine.
It's good,
but you have movies like Kill Bill, and you have Colombiana. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That's a good movie. That it's Zoe Saldana. Those are two good examples of women-led movies that are actually really good. I mean, Kill Bill is way better than Colombiana, but Colombiana is a good movie.
Yeah, and I don't think the problem with this movie is that it's Supergirl. I think the problem
No,
is
for
a
sure,
lot
for
of
sure.
other stuff.
Yeah, there's so much.
I think she could have been in a really good Supergirl movie. She was fine.
Yeah, she was a good Supergirl, but the movie just wasn't good.
Yeah, so I don't think that's that issue.
Yeah.
But heading into the future of the DCU, right now on schedule we have a Mr. Terrific TV show that just got greenlit.
Really?
Clayface coming out to R-rated movie.
Is that this year or next year? Clayface? I think it's next year. I'm pretty sure it's next year.
They just greenlit a Jimmy Olsen and Gorilla Grodd TV show.
I bet half these things don't make it.
So my thing is
Daddy Ellison's
that's what I have right here. Paramount buying Warner Brothers.
Daddy Ellison's gonna fix.
I think
this.
that with that happening, and then with James Gunn taking control of Batman: Brave and the Bold, I think that's him realizing Paramount doesn't care. They will cancel all of his movies if he flops again because they don't want to keep losing money.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I mean, he sucks.
I would say.
And Guardians is really good.
Yeah, but
I would say that
he's copying and pasting his own material.
Yeah. I would
out.
say he. Yeah, I agree with the idea of him. Like the success he had with Guardians, is kind of forcing him to remake versions of Guardians.
Yeah. And he's also making Phase 5 movies in his first phase. Why do we not have a Justice League, but we're getting a Jimmy Olsen, Gorilla Grodd, or a Mr. Terrific TV show?
He has this very strange fetish with unaccepted
C and
people.
D list.
Yeah.
Like,
so
because
it's
he did it with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
So now he's like, why don't we do it with everybody? It was like,
Yeah.
you still need Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor to make a Guardians of the Galaxy.
On its own would not have succeeded without the periphery of Marvel.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have set off an MCU.
No, not at all. And
like Iron Man, and then
unfortunately,
Thor, and then Captain America.
And unfortunately, I hate to say it's a gauge thing as well, is because you do have these studio execs who just like try to.
God bless.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. You do have these studio execs who try to force their will and make the movies worse. But I also kind of wish
studio exec here.
No. That's my point.
Mr.
Is
Gunn.
that there's no one right now. There's no one over James Gunn that is like, hey, let's sit down with these ideas. Let's like he is that top person, and I feel like there is that, like, there's no one that's like, hey, this is okay, but let's try this. You know what I'm saying? And maybe there is behind the scenes and we just don't know about it, and James Gunn's going wrong.
Well, the reason MCU became the MCU is because they had many different directors and many different visions for each movie. And they were all different styles.
But they were also...
They didn't have a James Gunn trying to make Thor and Iron Man the same movie.
Yeah. I also think...
Because it wouldn't have made sense.
I also think it's just one of those things of, like, you see somebody do it and you think you can do it as well. And Kevin Feige, unfortunately, has just... made it look so easy.
He's the GOAT.
That, like, James Gunn is like, I can do it too.
Well, he also was upset.
But he can't.
But he can't.
They canned him.
And, I mean, he's upset about that. I personally don't think he cares about that anymore at this point in his life and career.
Now that he's there.
Now that he's there.
Yeah,
now that he's there. Now that he's there. But it is... Yeah. But it is one of those things. It is one of those things of, like, you see somebody do it and you're like, I can do it too. And then you realize Kevin just really liked that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Kevin's really good.
And so, unfortunately, I think
that's more Disney than Kevin, though.
I think Disney has ruined more than Kevin.
You got to think, when Disney acquired all these projects, the timeline of when they acquired and when they started declining is about the same. They bought it after
Iron Man.
They did buy it after Iron Man. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Iron Man
Kevin.
1's the only non-Disney movie.
No, I would say, but the thing is like, things started going off the rails because Kevin wanted to either take a break or slow down after Endgame, and it was the CEO that had to step down was the one that told Kevin Feige, "Yo, we going full throttle. We doing TV shows, we doing multiple movies," and that's when things got bad, and that's not the direction that Kevin Feige wanted to go. And so again, it goes back to that exact thing of balance of power or whatever, and so. And then Kevin got promoted to after things got worse, Kevin got promoted to
he's back.
And whatever.
And they brought the brothers back.
Yeah, they brought everyone back. I don't know. The Russo brothers, like anything else they do outside of Marvel, it just isn't good. So
yeah, but every Marvel movie they make is a banger.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, I'm fine with it, but I want to see. I get that they've been brought in to save the MCU, but I don't necessarily. I want to see other people make Marvel movies outside of them. I lost my train of thought about what I was going to say, but oh well.
Talking about the Brave and the Bold, though, Joker to appear in the Batman 2. Who cares about that? James Gunn is taking over Brave and the Bold. And the rumor is he's seeing how the Batman 2 does and might just integrate it into the DCU if it does good.
It's going to suck.
The Batman 2?
Batman 2 is going to do well, and it's going to, according to the cast, be exceptionally good.
Mm-hmm.
And then James Gunn will do what the execs have done to everything, which is like, oh, look, thing that was creative that made money. Let me grab it and make it mine. I'm going to do it. And there's like, oh, you don't know.
No. He won't do it. He won't do it. It's saying he's taking over Brave and the Bold and put it on hold to see how the Batman does.
Yes, but the corpse that is Robert Pattinson will not carry the weight of a bad story. And Brave and the Bold, just because you cast him as Robert Pattinson.
No. He's not going to bring it in. He's going to cancel it. Like,
what do you mean he'll bring it into?
So he took control. The rumor is he took control of Brave and the Bold and put it on hold to wait for the Batman Part 2. So if the Batman Part 2 does well, he's canceling Brave and the Bold and just saying the Batman, that universe is in the DCU. And then it will.
Then the statement applies in the sense that like, oh, this thing that made, it's mine now.
Yeah.
Like,
now it's in the DCU.
All the talent and writing that someone else had, you say is yours, and you say that's part of your universe. No.
It's a tough conversation because I would
like him to be the Batman.
I would like him to be the Batman of the DCU, but I also think it falls on Matt Reeves simply because he took so long to write the Batman 2.
But he also said no. Like, James Gunn approached him about joining the DCU, and he said, no, I want this to be my own entity.
No, but that's my point.
If he does this, Matt Reeves will drop out.
But that's my point because he took so long.
Did he take so long, or did James Gunn put him on pause because he's like, hey, I'm making a universe, bro, and then universe flopped.
Okay.
Flopped, and then I'll go, okay, fine, make part 2.
I kind of see it both ways, because I also do think that if there was, because I don't think there was a finished script by the time James Gunn took over, and so I do think if he had whatever script is out there now and they're shooting on, if it was ready by the time. Before the first Superman came out and they go into production into Batman 2, I think it would have forced a scenario where James Gunn would have had to make that decision sooner. And I do think that James Gunn is waiting for Batman 2 and see how it's received before he makes a decision. But if the Batman 2 comes out the same year Superman does, or this year,
2027,
or if it was coming out this year, or if it came out the same year Superman comes out, then there's that thing of where it's like, okay, people are gonna want that Batman 3 or whatever, and they don't care if he's in the DCU. But now, because it's at a point where people want a DCU Batman and there's no Batman 2, James Gunn has to make a decision.
And you're making a Clayface movie before a DCU Batman.
And you're making a Clayface movie. But if the Batman 2's already out right now, if the Batman 2 been out for 6 months now, it's like you force a scenario of, well, people want this Batman to exist in this universe because a second Batman movie builds the world bigger. Because based off the first Batman movie alone, you have the excuse of, oh, well, it's in the DCU. But if the second Batman movie builds on a universe that is completely separate from the DCU, then Matt Reeves is in a situation where he can make his trilogy. Does that make sense?
I think it's inevitable.
I don't. Yeah, I
based
think it's
off the
inevitable
R-rated
as a
Clayface
business decision that Robert Pattinson will be the Batman.
No, yeah.
But I don't think that it. I think that it will collapse immediately, and there will be 1 or 2 at most Batman movies, and it will be in the DC universe will collapse again.
I just think if the Batman 3 was already in production, James Gunn would have been forced to cast his own Batman, do his own thing.
No, he wouldn't.
You don't think so?
No, with all like the rewrites and stuff that they do now. Sony did that. They were already making Spider-Man 3, and then they stepped in the way and said, add this, this, and this.
That's fair.
So
That's
he
true.
could easily be like, hey, you're now in the DCU, so I need you to mention Clark Kent. I need you to do this, and this. And
That's
especially
fair.
if you're having a Clayface
if
movie.
they do that in the part 2, it's going to be very disappointing.
Yeah.
Like if they shoehorn in plugs for the
Yeah.
DCU, that universe is not in the same universe.
Yeah.
Like if you put Clark Kent, if you put Superman in the Batman,
it
just doesn't fit.
Yeah,
I think it does.
I just think.
Tonally,
I just
it's
think.
awful.
I think that's the point, though. Batman and Superman are supposed to feel so different.
They are.
No, but like it's not right. The color palette, the seriousness in which people talk, like in the Batman, they
It's
talk
two different
like
worlds.
Human beings.
But that's the
Superman talks like a James Gunn film.
So the
And
only
does
reason
Mr. Fantastic.
I'm
and
going,
so
it's
does
Mr. Terrific.
Lois
You're gonna
Lane.
put some respect on Mr.
You're
Terrific's
gonna
name.
respect Mr. Terrific around here.
No.
You're gonna respect
The
him around
reason
here,
why
buddy.
I'm kind of okay with it is because that's how it. I'm gonna bring up comics. That's how it's supposed to be in the comics.
They should be
It's
different
supposed to
characters, not
be-
in different like
I understand what
storytelling
you're
tones and
saying,
types.
but like
Or-
Gotham and Metropolis are supposed to feel like not from the same planet. Like that's how different they're supposed to be.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's the same type of human being. Where like James Gunn's universe is a meta universe. It's a social commentary type universe where human beings don't act like human beings do. They don't talk or think like human beings do. They talk and think in the way that the script needs to happen. You're gonna have a ditzy blonde taking pictures. Why would he hire her? Why would she be in the office?
He didn't hire her. That was his girlfriend.
Why was she in the office?
Yeah.
A human being wouldn't let that happen, but this human
I
being
forgot
would.
about that.
I forgot about that
Because-
too.
That's how
why?
they
Because
realize
so
all
the
this
movie
stuff?
can
Yeah.
happen. And it's like, oh, we'll make jokes. Why? So the joke can happen. Oh, we'll have bad guys do this. Why? So
Yeah,
so
Elon leaves
this
his wives at
can
home.
happen. And so it's just like the human beings in the Gunn universe aren't human beings. They're just pawns for Gunn to make his jokes and
Yeah.
his next movie. And
Yeah.
in the Batman, there are people in it with feelings,
Yeah.
character
And
arcs.
Penguin.
Yeah.
And the Penguin.
And the
who has
Penguin.
his own
Oh,
set
so
of
I'm
fun.
so
complex
sad
feelings.
Sophia's not gonna be in the Batman too. It bothers me so much.
Well,
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I think it's inevitable just because of how the Clayface movie is. It's a rated R. Like, it already doesn't feel like a DCU movie.
Yeah.
It feels like a movie for his Batman.
Yeah.
Like, the trailer and
That's
stuff,
fair.
it feels already for Robert Pattinson.
was there a Clayface trailer?
Yeah, or like,
Pat-
yeah,
Matt.
the teaser. or
Oh,
something.
okay.
So I think it's inevitable, which kind
Yeah.
of sucks because Matt Reeves
I just
will
think
drop out.
if Matt Reeves was able to build a world that contrastly was so different that people weren't able to fathom the idea of them being in the same universe, it just forces James Gunn to choose someone else to be Batman.
Yeah. Like, I think, like, the storytelling is good enough
Yeah.
to justify the merge. I just think the merge will come at a cost.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
that's
no
that's
one's
my
gonna
point.
believe
That's
it,
that's basically what I was trying to say. Like, if the Batman 2 built the Gotham in that universe and maybe outside of Gotham to a point that it's just inevitable or it's just cut dry, these are not the same, then we would just have two Batmans and get a third movie.
Imagine James Gunn,
It's also
or not James
messier
Gunn,
to
John
have,
Wick
too.
enters into an Avengers film,
yeah.
and it's a Disney-made Avengers film, and you're like, see, look, it's all the same. John Wick would not be the same John Wick that we've seen in the movies. He'd be a different person. I feel like that will happen if Robert Pattinson gets cast.
Unfortunately-
it will be the same person
Yeah.
acting, and he'll do his best to recall and act the character that he was. But the jokes that are said, the way that he acts, the way that he moves,
Yeah.
the way that his belt buckle looks, it'll
Yeah.
all be different.
Yeah.
Because it will be a James Gunn universe, and that's not. He doesn't.
But they would integrate the
doesn't-
first two movies like to be a part of the DCU.
Yeah, well, they would do things like they would Mission Impossible. It'd be like, see, look, it all connects. It'd be like, no, it doesn't. Like, you're lying to me.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
I mean,
I love
it's-
your Mission
yeah.
Impossible.
The rabbit's foot was always the entity.
It's not that bad.
It was it?
It's not.
It has a radioactive symbol on it, but okay.
I haven't seen enough to get the joke. Not
It's
gonna
so
lie.
fire.
I
It's
haven't
just-
seen.
They do
I've seen, like-
flashbacks where they like retcon scenes where they're like, that was actually pointing to this, and you're like, it wasn't.
Okay, okay.
It wasn't.
The last
seen,
one,
like-
the last one was a drop ball because the one before that's probably the best one in the franchise.
That's Dead Reckoning, right?
Yeah, part
Yeah,
one.
or the one
Part
before
one.
that.
I've
Like
seen-
the final the 6 and 7.
I've seen.
They were really good.
I've seen
and 3.
The part
the one
one.
that
was great. Yeah.
3 was amazing.
I
where they
watched
killed-
Ghost Protocol.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
They're
the 3,
all
4,
good
5,
besides-
6,
that was the
7
first
were
one I
solid.
saw.
Like
Even 1's good for its own. It just doesn't
2
fit.
sucks.
2's horrible. 2 is
8
an early 2000s movie.
pushing it. It's just like
8's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the rest are really good.
Yeah,
That's
the
probably the
stunts
most
are amazing in 8. Like,
That's the most
sets
consistent franchise, probably,
yeah.
No.
with that many movies.
No. Oh, with that
Harry
many
Potter.
movies, maybe. No,
Movies.
yeah. There's 7 Harry Potters, so no.
I'll give it to Harry Potter. You're right. But all right.
Damn, I had something to say about Marvel, and I can't even remember now.
It's a good thing we have another week.
That was related to the DC. I can't remember. Oh well.
Well, thanks for coming.
That's the tooth, folks.
Did we ever introduce our pod name?
Our pod name?
We'll figure it out.
Pod
post.
racing.
Pod Racing.
The
The Skywalkers.
I'm Ray. Ray what? Skywalker. such a bad.
We're the Podwalkers.
No. I mean,
we'll figure it out.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm
By the
fine
time
with
this
playing
post,
it by
it has
ear,
to be.
but
We have to have
realistically,
a name,
a name is going to be picked. But yeah.
I just wanted to throw some feelers out there. Pause.
How about the Acolytes?
The Acolytes.
Or
It's
the
your
Marvels.
favorite Star Wars franchise.
The
It's not.
Marvels. We could call ourselves.
That's a trademark issue.
Marvels.
The Darvels. the Jarvels.
Superboys.
We'll figure it out before it gets posted. But
If you're watching this, you probably know the
yeah, you know something we don't. That's awesome. All right,
It's been real.
Sign off.
It's been real.